jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to JewelleryMaker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share. Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. It's so lovely to be with you this evening. It really, really is. Oh my goodness, I love that it's under £10 Day. It's one of those things, isn't it, I think, as a crafter, as a creative, that we love being able to treat ourselves to, you know, high-grade, beautiful things, but sometimes you just want a bargain, especially at this time of the year, when you've got maybe last-minute gifts to create, or you're even thinking of the year ahead, maybe you're even thinking of your crafting fairs, maybe you're just thinking of stocking up on those things that you need for your creativity, so that you can tick off all of those boxes throughout your next creative makes. We have totally got it coming up for you today. We truly have. One thing that I really can't stop harping on about, if I said to you, this on any other day was under a tenner, I honestly don't think you'd believe me. Just imagine, this is my first star buy coming up, this chain, this one's coming up at 7. Just imagine one of those on a head pin on this beautiful chain. Oh my goodness, you'd love it, wouldn't you? I think that would be absolutely stunning. I think it's got that class, it's got that elegance about it. Look at the glow. When do you see rose quartz with that kind of glow in an under £10 day? Doesn't happen, does it? This is coming up for you at 7 o'clock, and the chain is coming up as a first star buy. Did you get those agates this morning? The beautiful red agates. I've got the dark green varieties coming up, and let me just show you. These are captivating. I've got so much coming up for you tonight. There's no guest designer, which means I'm bringing to you deals, goodies, treats galore, and it also means we are going to have theme after theme after theme. Let me tell you some of my themes coming up this evening, shall I? I've got sterling silver bundle, half hour. I've got storage, half hour. I've got 6 o'clock, I'm kicking it off with a meter's worth of sterling silver chain. I've also got coming up for you the rose quartz, which we're going to be launching at 7. I've got for you stretchy time. Yes. No, it doesn't mean that you're going to, have to get your lycras on, although you can. We are going to be doing for you a perfect stretchy bracelet time. These are going to be part of that. Brand new launching for you this evening. I've also got nuggets at 9. Nugs at 9. They're going to be coming up for you in a little bit as well. And it's not just like an individual strand of nuggets. Let me just give you a heads up about one of them. This is a selection coming up. Under a tenner, all of them together. Yeah, nuggets at 9. Sorry, I don't mean chicken nuggets. I mean gemstone nuggets. I've had the most Christmassy of weekends, including, wait for it, chicken nuggets in the shape of Christmas trees. Oh, where did I get them from? Just my local supermarket. Yeah, in the freezer section. Mwah. It's delicious. Anyway, we have got oodles coming up for you tonight. We truly, truly do. As I say, that beautiful ball chain, 1 meter's worth, coming up for you as my first star buy in this hour. I've also got a bit of wonderful wire. In fact, buy in this hour. How about right now? Woo! Let's get started with this beautiful solid sterling silver chain. Just look at the detail on that. Isn't that superb? You have got lovely length of chain. We're looking at around about 1.5 to 2 centimetres, and then you get a sturdy soldered into place spacer ball. Now they are fantastic because they add a little bit of glitz, they add a little bit of glamour, they add a little bit of design. But also the great thing about this is that if you're going to be putting a pendant from it, for example, they're likely to act almost as stoppers. So you know that moment when you pop a pendant on and maybe it's a little bit weighty, so after, well, it depends what you're wearing, but 5-10 minutes, that clasp will rock around to the front of your neckline, maybe sometimes distorting your overall finish. With this chain here specifically, because of those spacers, it's less likely to happen because obviously you've got those stopper points. £14.95 usually, but it's under £10 day. So we're going to bring to you a full metre. Bear in mind, you are looking just shy of 3 grams in this, not a million miles away from it. Today though, we're going under a tenner. Come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, this is going to be back up to £14.95. So it is well worth grabbing your hands on whilst you can. It's well worth making the most of it. As I say, this first half hour, we're talking about sterling silver. I've got loads of sterling silver bundles coming up for you, which means you get even better saving than you might normally expect on individual items. And then I've got your storage coming up for you as well. So I've got absolutely loads and loads and loads and loads of goodies. Absolutely oodles. As I said earlier on, I have had the most Christmassy of weekends. Friday evening, went to Chester Zoo, which is very near where I live, and went to this gorgeous lantern event where they have animal lanterns and all of these light displays, and they have people dressed up and doing animatronics almost, light up animals. Really cool. Then what did I do on Saturday? Saturday was Christmas setup day. Yep, I spent the whole afternoon. I started off watching Daisy and Ollie in the morning, the Christmas special with Gary Barlow in it, brilliant. Then I watched Angela's Christmas, which my mum told me to watch, little half-hour animation. Tell you what, bloodfest. Dehydrated by the end. I watched Elf. Then I watched, for the first time ever, Polar Express. How I've never seen this before is beyond me. I thought, who's the guy in it? Tom Hanks. That was creepy. It looks so much like him. Obviously it's an animation, but it looks so much like him. It was quite disconcerting. I thought it was lovely. Again, bit of a bloodfest though. Then I went to a play on Saturday evening, a little local Amdram, and then on Sunday went to Liverpool and hit up the Christmas market, and then went ice skating. Only fell over twice, which I thought was very, very good. I mean, it wasn't as good when you've got literally 9-year-olds overtaking you. Stints the ego a little bit. But yeah, I had a wonderfully, fantastically Christmassy weekend, and I'd love to hear all about yours. 60777, start your text with the word James Studio. Did you set up your Christmas tree? What was your theme, or what is your theme this year? I went to see a Christmas choir as well, actually, and at one point they got you involved with it. It was 12 Days of Christmas, but thankfully my team, we were 11, so we only had to stand up twice. Quite good, quite good. Have I heard Destiny Child's 8 Days of Christmas? Yes, of course, and it is brilliant. Anyway, we've got oodles more to come. Shall I bring to you now another bit of a sterling silver? These are eye pins. Oh, sterling silver bundle time we're in at the moment. So it's not just about sterling silver, you've actually got lashings of gold over some of these. So your eye pins, in case you're unaware, it's a length of metal with a loop on the end that obviously acts as a stopper if you put a gemstone on it. You then, with your pliers, really simply will just turn another loop in the other end, and then that will act as another stopper at the other side. You can then link loads of these together, and we often refer to that as a rosary style design. So you basically make a chain of gemstones, but it's not just about that. You can make earrings from these. What I'm loving with these is we've brought them back. This time last year I couldn't get sterling silver head pins for you for love nor money. These are hello eye pins. I like that. We have got 30 of the silver, and we have got a pack of 10 of the gold. Let me just show you the gold so you know what you're getting. So on these ones you've got the 2 precious metals here. So you have that 925 solid sterling silver, and then you've got gold over the top. And remember, this is gold plating, okay? It's not gold colour, it's gold, all gold flash, it's gold plating, so there's lashings of it on here. This is a bundle and a half, okay? What we're bringing to you today is a collection here that honestly I would probably expect in the silver to be about £7, £8, and then I'd be expecting the gold to probably be close to that. I know there's less of them, but obviously it's the gold. The whole collection £6.95 this evening, but you have to react to get these. Obviously, if we were to just do these individually and weren't as part of a bundle, it would be a lot over that £10 mark. But at £6.95 today, you are getting 40 in total. As I said, 30 of the silver, 10 of the gold, and you're getting that beauty and that finesse and that finish on these that is going to be fantastic in your designs, especially if you're thinking about using it with maybe my sterling silver wire that I have coming up for you. I've got loads of sterling silver, in fact. I've got charms, I've got some wire end tips coming up for you now, actually. Oh, hang on. In what number? Oh, yeah. What is that in 15? Brand new diamond cut wire. Only launched yesterday. I've not seen that before. Gorgeous. I'm going to do that for you in a bit. Wow. Okay, I've got sterling silver wire end tips now, which you can use on your wire. You can also use on your threads, though. Let me get them out. They look like little horseshoes. They're very, very, very useful in creating a longevity to your treasured pieces of jewellery. So this is what they look like. And what you're getting in these is a little loop, and you might be able to see there's like a little tunnel at the top and at the bottom. So what you do is you place your thread through there. You'll pop your threaded material through and around there, and it will in essence add sturdiness to your designs. Because if you were doing, for example, I don't know, pearl knotting, and you were using your silk, obviously your silk isn't organic, so it's likely to kind of, you know, age, maybe even bend out of shape, maybe even stretch, maybe even snap after a while. But with these, you're not getting that opportunity as much, because it's obviously looking after that silk. So if you're putting a metal clasp on the end, you're now doubling your longevity in a way, and in fact, probably even more than that. Because we often say, don't we, if you're going to get a knotted piece, say for example with your silks and your pearls, on average we will suggest that you get those re-knotted every kind of 12 to 18 months, depending on the amount of time you wear it. With these, it's extending that longevity of the actual clasp section of that design. You may still have to have them redone if you know, there's gapping in between maybe your gemstones, your pearls, but not with these, and not as likely to at the clasp section with these because of that sturdiness. Get ready. £13.90. That's not under £10. That's my acting, by the way. Yes. You're welcome. We'll take it under 10 for you. I will just let you know that you are getting 2 packs of these. What on earth? Okay, that's serious. That is incredible. You're buying one, you're getting another one for free, because that's what we've done. We've done you a double triple here. We need these a lot. This is going to make us 10 necklaces, isn't it? 10 necklaces, is that right? Hang on, wait. There's 20 overall. So you get 40. So this is going to make you 20 necklaces. That's fantastic. Because often what you'll do, is you'll use one at each end. So you're getting 40 of these in total. So many of you have got this in your baskets. A huge well done. There's some names I don't recognise there. If you've maybe just joined us over the weekend and we've not met before. Hiya, how are you? My name's Becky. It's lovely to be with you this evening. You've got a, ladies, what band are we going to be? We could be the Spice Girls, couldn't we? I suppose. Because you've got a fully girl team, apart from Tom, today. But it's very unusual. Slid that in quickly. It's very unusual that you get a fully this amount of females on a team. Tom, I'll let you start. Do we all know what Tom looks like? Have we all seen Tom? Tom? I'm not presentable, to be honest, he says. Tom, which team would you like, which member of the Spice Girls would you like to be?
Which one's Victoria?
Which one's Victoria? Posh Spice!
That one?
Posh Spice!
Nah, can I be Posh Spice? Because she knows that Becky.
Sorry. Now, Tom is a redhead. He's a redhead. So Wayne said that he should be Ginger Spice because he's a redhead. But Tom's just said he wants to be Posh Spice because she knows David Beckham in it. Which I think proves how posh she is. Yeah, I love that. Great idea. Yeah, I've also got with me today the lovely Kerry. Hi, Kerry. I've got B Diddy with me this evening. Hi, B. Which one are you, B? You want to be Baby Spice, right? Kerry, which one are you going for then? Sporty. No. You were Scary Spice at school, weren't you? Right, you could be Scary Spice. Maisie, who are you going to be, my love?
I don't want to be Mel C.
You don't want to be Mel C? No. You could be...
I think Tom should be Ginger Spice.
Do you?
Oh.
Tell you what, we'll argue about it in the break. Anyway, you've got us as your team this evening, and it just will let you know that it's a very busy night out there in the sense of you're all coming through and grabbing these. I just wanted to quickly show you what I mean about that sort of the way in which you would do these. So imagine this isn't sterling silver wire. Imagine it's like a cord. Post it round one side, post it round another. Can you see how that works? And then you're pulling that section up. There you go. And it holds all of that beautiful wire or whatever it is in there nicely and neatly. Obviously, you pull it up. And then you just put your crimp on as normal, or even tie a knot. It depends what you're doing. Put a space there, put a gemstone in there. But it adds that security to it, so it's really useful. Can we do this diamond cut wire? I have not seen it. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. And when you use them to cut wire, it creates a couple of incredible things. First off, it's going to create shine and sparkle. Whoa, this is absolutely stunning. Okay, so we're cutting it with diamonds in essence. This is a one-off deal I'm doing for you today. This literally launched yesterday, did you say, B? it gives you sparkle, it gives you shine, but it also gives you sturdiness as well. Have a look at this. This is wire, solid sterling silver. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen that kind of beauty and quality? Wow. So let me just have a feel of it, because, you know, I don't want to sort of make claims that I can't keep to. Okay, so I can definitely feel that this has more strength to it. So this one here is a 0.7. Actually though, to me, sturdiness wise, it feels much more like a 1 mil. It feels a lot more sturdy, because essentially to create this beautiful patination, and due to the process, it's obviously work hardened it slightly. You can see, if I just undo a small section here, you can see it's not springing all over the place, which sometimes a 0.7 will do. This has got much more sturdiness to it. So honestly, I think you could use this as a base wire, and maybe actually use one of my 0.25 or 0.4 I've got coming up later as a weaving wire. This one here is a 0.6. You're getting a meter's worth of each. Imagine these in a bangle. Gosh, imagine stacked up with a little bit of weaving in between that as a bangle. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's incredible. For the gram weight you've got here, because you can feel it as soon as you pick it up, it does even feel heavier than a 0.6 and a 0.7, which it may well be. But then your average, I would say. But also, you've got all of that shine and sparkle. Just look how interactive that is. Again, the phone lines have lit up like a Christmas tree on Christmas Day. We want to hear from you. Have you got your Christmas decks up? Has anyone in the team put theirs up yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, what themes in the Martindale's household? The Disney house, of course it is, obviously. Tom, you've put yours up? Yeah. Yeah, he's going. Maisie, have you?
Yeah.
And what theme?
Dogs.
Dogs. Oh, I'll be honest, wasn't expecting that as an answer, but I love that. What do you mean, dogs?
We've got 3 dogs in the house.
Right.
A lot of the decorations based on them.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
So you've got like dog baubles.
Dog-shaped ones, I think.
Dog-shaped baubles. That is so cute. I love that. Tom, what's your theme, Sweet Pea? Sam did it. That's his partner. But I think it's red and gold. I love that. Yeah, that's the colour theme. No, I get that. Traditional affair. Mine's white and purple this year. Yeah, I've got a few like shoe charms, shoe baubles and things like that on it. Yeah? Oh yeah, decadent by all accounts, Tom's. Anyway, a huge well done to you on these ones. I'm going to leave them with you. By the way, if you do want your weave-in wire, there is a wait on the phone lines. We know about that. I promise we're going to try and answer as quickly as we can. But if you have managed to get this wire, do stay on the phone, because we've got enough allocation for everyone on the phone at the moment. And if you do want the final few, then do come through. But let me just show you, look how beautiful that is and how great it's going to go with that weaving wire I've got coming up in a bit. Who wants a little bit of a must-have essential now? Yeah, we all up for that? How's about shepherd's hooks? I've got 2 different varieties. Oh, I love these dainty ones. Oh, they're so pretty. These are much daintier and more delicate. Hang on. Not delicate in the essence of weak. As you can see, you know, these are obviously reverse tweezers and they're holding this perfectly in space without distorting it at all. But if I hold it up in average, isn't that fantastic? I've got something a little bit more dainty and delicate here, which for me are great for those more dainty and delicate gemstones, because you want that balance in a design. We often talk about a necklace and balance, don't we? And we talk about how you've got big, bold gemstones. For example, say I did these big, bold gemstones in a necklace. I'd want a big, bold clasp, wouldn't I? With earrings though, and what I love about these, especially with the colour of the new ones I've got, what I can do is I can take a strand, hang on, I might do them ones. I could take a strand like these, that are coming up for you, brand new. We're going to be doing these in our stretchy half hour or hour, and these ones are coming up for you at about 8, brand new. But I could use the smaller, daintier, delicate gemstones on my smaller, dainty, delicate golds, and then actually use my bigger, bolder, larger ones on my slightly larger size findings. Again, all about that balance of size. It makes it look nice, it makes it look appealing to our eyes. You have got a pair of the gold and a pair of the rose gold. Remember, they are solid sterling silver with real gold, real rose gold over the top. You're getting 2 pairs here. Now, my advice to you, because we are going to do such a sensational deal on this, is just have in your mind the gifts that you need to be getting for Christmas, including those ones where, you know, Shanice from down the road knocks on with a bottle of wine and says, do you remember that time you watered me plants in early January? Here's just a little thank you Christmas gift for those moments where you need to go, okay, quick, grab something. Oh, here you go, one size fits all. But yeah, what you have here is that wonder, that quality of quick makes, no matter what you are creating. This is your fabulous fish hook collection, and think about those things you've got coming up, think about those elements you need to be crafting with, think about those things you need to be making soon, and grab your hands on this goodie of a deal whilst you can. £2.95, and that is for both of these pairs. So now at that price point, you're going to be working out they're about £1.49 a pair, aren't they? About £1.49 per pair. Now you can afford to grab as many as you want of these. Have you just got 2 or 3 gifts that you need to make sure you're getting your hands on? Well then, just grab yourself, you know, and 2 sets of these. Maybe then you've got a craft fair coming up and you're really hoping that the earrings are going to fly out the door. Generally, earrings are classified as like your bread and butter of your money, so having a lot of these in is always handy. And at £1.49 approximately each, you're not breaking the bank, are you? Really not. Oh, I've got some extra long head pins coming up now. That's a really good question about the postman, actually. Do you give a gift to your postie? My postie calls himself Pirate Postie. Right. Pirate Postie, he draws little, if ever, like, you know, he's left a parcel next door or whatever, he does that. He'll draw a little picture of himself as a pirate and call himself Pirate Postie. Yeah, I get my postman a gift. Do you? And how much do you leave? Do you leave a tip? I'm never sure what kind of tip to leave for a postman. I often just do gifts for him. Yeah, you leave a tip for your postman and your binman. Have you never heard this? No. Has anyone else ever heard this? Have you heard of this? Leaving a tip for your postie or your binman? Like a tip? No one gives you a tip for doing your job. All right, fair enough. When you're right, you're right. Anyway, double trouble we've got here on your extra long head pins. These ones are the extra long because they're approximately 5 centimetres worth in length, and you have got 0.6 on these. Because these are so long, they are very, very useful for your large gemstones, such as these. Just considering, these are some of the largest gemstones I have brought to you all year. You know, there's probably only about 5 strands I've brought of this size off the top of my head in this year. So great to be able to launch these beautiful dark green striped agate for you a little bit later on in the show. But you could pop 3 on there. I'd probably go, you could do 3 and do a little loop in the end. You've got plenty of space after the fact of adding those on. Let me move that. But also, you could just pop 1 on there, couldn't you? And you've got loads there to do like a double wrap loop, easy peasily. So we have got here 20 you've got the 5mm, and you're going to be getting 20 in total, because we've done a double trouble deal. 20 of your extra long head pins at just £5.95. It is a fantastic opportunity you've got here, you really do, to add something very, very special. And remember that little bit word of advice on these. If you have a look at them and you're thinking, okay, they're quite malleable, which they are, which is, you know, what you may or may not want on occasion, you can always strengthen these quite easily. You can strengthen them by hammering them, a little bit like you know, the diamonds did to our beautiful diamond wire earlier on. You can hammer them, but obviously it's going to change the look of them. It's going to flatten them out. If you don't want to flatten them, but you want to strengthen them, grab 2 sets of pliers, hold 1 set of pliers here, 1 set of pliers here, and twist in opposite directions. A little bit like when you were at primary school and you used to do that activity where you have to hold your hands out and do 1 in one direction and the 1 in the other. Do you remember that? Can you do that? Do you remember this one? Oh, hello. Oh, just knocked a bauble. I can do it when there's not baubles jumping at me. But yeah, a little bit like that. So hold it each side and twist, and basically it helps change the internal composition. It makes them sturdier, but also keeps them round. Just a little tip. Let me bring to you something absolutely must have. You're going to love this. If you love your precious metals and you love, you know, working with kind of your multitude of mediums, actually, this is going to be a great one. It's an under £10 sterling silver star by. I have got for you 1, 2, 3 different gauges of your solid sterling silver. This time it is in your wire. Usually I would say when we bring you wire it will be copper. This one is solid sterling silver. So already we are creating maybe more of your heirloom jewellery. Not that there's anything wrong with the coated copper, but obviously the price of copper and the price of silver differ quite greatly on occasion. What we have here for you is your solid sterling silver wire, and you've got different thicknesses. So if you are brand new, and sorry if you know you already know this, but there are new people tuning in every day. When you see or you hear presenters mention things like 0.25 or 0.4 or 0.6, we're talking about the thickness of wire. So this is your finest at a 0.25 of a mil. Then you've got your 0.4 and then you've got your 0.6. So the 0.6 is just over a half a mil in thickness. They will do slightly different jobs, and even though you work with them in very similar ways. What you've got the opportunity to create here is a fully fledged solid sterling silver piece. And what you can do with things like this, in particularly if you work them in tandem with my thicker, sturdier wires, as I said, diamond cut, so it is sturdier, you are going to create something, for example, a bangle, that is going to be in the upper echelons of worth because it's solid sterling silver. Now, it's really important to remember that a lot of the time, if your pieces are to be judged, they will only be judged on their weakest component. And what I mean by that is, say I did a bangle whereby 90% of it was with solid sterling silver, but the final 10% of it was in copper, I would be judged on that were I to go and get that item appraised. With these, and with the opportunity of using these, which are currently at the bottom of your screen right now, 0.7 and 0.6, although they feel much stronger than that, so these could be your base wires. Weave a design over the top of this, and quite easily from this collection, you're going to be able to make yourself 2 beautiful bangles, really easily, and quite thick, sturdy cuffs almost, actually. What I'm bringing to you now is something together that should be £13.65. But today, because of the day it is, because of the deal it is, because of the star by-ness, we are going to give to you an extra special deal. Can I give you a bit of advice? Stock up if you're running low. £7.95. Who else here was expecting £9.95? It would have been great at £9.95, but we figured what we wanted to do is we wanted to be able to give you the opportunity to make yourself possibly 2 bangles. As I say, you know, if you're creating something with these and then you're maybe weaving, just really simple, not too intricate of a weave, but if you wanted to create something quite simple, creating yourself a really beautiful bangle with something like this, you're going to be able to do yourself quite easily 2 for under £20, which is astonishing for the amount of solid sterling silver you've got here. Obviously, you know, add your clasp on or whatever. It is brilliant qualities that you've got here. I think that is very, very special pairing. I just love it. And so do you. Well done to you all. It's so nice to have you all on board with us this evening. Don't forget, if you love your solid sterling silver, do keep your peepers peeled, because I have got some more to come. But also, let me remind you that if you are like me and you are a crafter who has, you know, so many goodies and you need to keep them nicely organised because you're starting the new year afresh, then I have got storage coming up for you really soon too. This is just one of the many, and yeah, it is the name that we all love and adore. Very special to be able to bring that to you. And not just that, the collections to go with it as well. £7.95 for these ones. If you want the diamond cut there, these ones here are currently at the bottom of your screen, but to save confusion, these are the ones right here that are currently on your screen at $7.95. Tom, what a lucky man. You are surrounded by beautiful women. Where is Tom? He's run off. Right, I see. He's made me a coffee. Right, tell you what, because he's down that side, he probably can't hear us. Just bring that text back on casually when he brings me a brew, and we'll all pretend like we've not seen it. Okay? Plan. £7.95 is your deal. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Don't forget, if you do want to text us in, feel free. We want to know how fantastically Christmassy your weekend was. Did you put up your Christmas tree? Did you do a festive fair? 60777, start your text through the word JM Studio. There is still a wait on the phone lines. Basically, it's busy. It's an under £10 day. It's always going to be quite busy. We'll just remind you, it's a free phone number, and the call centre's just a few doors down the road. They're dead helpful. If you've got any questions for them whilst you're there, then do feel free to ask. And also remember, you can get us on JewelleryMaker.com and on the app as well. If you are in the queue, I would honestly say just stay where you are, because I'm going to bring you some boxes now. So if you make a little note of whatever you've wanted, just say the sterling silver wonderful wire bundle can I have, and could I also have the storage box, which I'm going to dive into now. Okie dokie. Let's bring to you this. It's all well and good treating yourself to goodies that you need. But if you don't store them, look after them, or keep a note on them in the sense of, where have I put this? I spend, honestly, or sometimes I can spend a good half hour looking for things that I want to craft with, because I can't remember, wait, did I put them in there? When did I last use them? What did I? And it just adds so much faff to your designs that you could be getting creative in. This is your faff-free way to make the most of your purchases. If it's faff-free, why wouldn't you? This is why they pay you the big bucks, Producer B. You're right. No, you are right. What you've got here is fantastic use and quality in very, very sturdy storage boxes. Now, these are your organisational boxes. Obviously, we're here at Jewellery Maker. We're looking at these from a jewellery point of view. But there's so much more that you can do with these. So I think, and I could be wrong on this, but I think very few of us will be just solely one type of crafter and creative. You may well also paint. You may also do your paper crafting. You may also do your woodwork. You may be into tying flies. You may well be into what's it, cooking even. Things like this really can help with all of that. So let me open it up for you. These are your WAM boxes. Big name out there. I'm sure you all know that name. Here we go. Let me show you inside. So you've got your lovely clear lid here, which means you get to see absolutely everything inside. You've also got these big separation sections here as well, which are fantastic no matter really what you're crafting with. I know full well that I've got paintbrushes that will fit into this section. I've got long acrylic tubes that will fit into this section. I know that I've got the likes of sponges and like I do like oil inks as well, so I've got like pipettes and things that will fit into these sections. It's a little bit of something for everybody that you've got in here. You are going to be organised. Wow. Honestly, for the quality of this, that is fantastic. Honestly, for a box this large, were I to go to my local crafting shop, if I saw $4.45 near something, I would either know it was on sale, and I would probably think when I went to hold it up that it would have the jiggle factor. Okay, not a technical term, but if you ever like no, it's not a technical term, but you know when you get a box like a takeaway box or just a low standard box, if you hold it at alternate corners and you twist it, it's gonna jiggle and wiggle. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get that with these. You can see I'm trying, but it's going nowhere. It is jiggly free. It really is. You've got the sturdiness here. Now that is great in the sturdiness, and it goes across the board. I'm going to bring you a pink version now. But it's fantastic that you have the opportunity to get something so sturdy, something so strong, something so useful. It means that whatever you put in here, again, if you're anything like me, again, this isn't a great thing, but I'm a nightmare for it. If I'm looking through my crafting things, all of the crafting stuff on top just gets moved. I can have, you know, I know full well with the strength of these, even if I moved my sewing machine to sit on top of this, which obviously is a pretty big piece of equipment, I don't have to worry about what's inside it. I brought you the green one earlier on, I'm now bringing you the pink version. So, here you go, let me pop it open. Here we are. There you go, have a little nose. You've got all of that sizing, you've got all of those boxes again, you've got the 10 division sections in here, and very, very sturdy indeed. You have got this wonderful Fuchsia organizer box. Your price point, again, we're going to give you another $4.45 deal, which is fab. And you might, it's totally up to you in the way you do it, but you might go like, you know, right, I don't know, my living room or whatever is all this colour. So you might want to pick your colours opposing to what you're looking at. For me, what I would do with things like this, and actually have done, is would use different colours for different products, for different things. So for example, I've got boxes very similar to these that are one's for painting stuff and the other one is for threading materials and stuff like that, so it's got all of my bobbins and things in it. So I know, right, I need something sewing related, I'm going to go to the pink box, which is right there on my stack. And I will just say too, those are stacked on top of each other, and this is a really small thing to mention but big for us crafters. There is a rivet at the top and at the bottom of each one, which means the feet stick in together, so they're not just going to slide all over the place everywhere. £4.45, well done. I've got another bit of storage, and don't forget, it's not just about storage tonight. I've got loads of goodies coming up. Which one too, lovely bee? The violet. Oh, this is a good, oh, this is a really good one. All for your odds and ends. Brilliant, brilliant. Strands you could keep in this one. Look how long that section is. Keep your strands in there and your clasps. Job's a good one. You could put your stamping goodies in. Oh, do you know what? Speaking of stamping goodies, I saw something really cool. I've got for you a fantastic collection here. You have got your violet box, which has got the longest section in here. In fact, I would say longer than maybe the ones in the green box and the pink box seems to be. A really long section here, a little bit of a slighter one here. I've now only got 19 available because people are checking out. £2.45. That again is a fantastic price point. I'm loving these ones, maybe, as I say, for if you are going away for Christmas and you are going to be needing to take everything with you, your pliers are going to fit in here fine, aren't they? Let me have a look. I've got any pliers laying about? No, I don't. I don't know why I said boot. Lay in a boot? I don't. But your pliers to me look like they're going to fit into there. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. So maybe you take your pliers and your findings in one, and then maybe in this one here, you take your strands and like your threading materials. So you've got your pliers and clasps in this one, and then your strands and your yeah, you know, like your silks maybe would fit in there fine, wouldn't they? They look like they would. Maybe you take some of your sterling silver wire. There you are. Pop that in there too. Whatever it might be, it's going to fit in there absolutely fine. I'm bringing you the green one now. This is your lime green. It does match the larger green that I did earlier on if you are a stickler for a colour theme. And again, we're doing you a great price point on these ones. DIY stationery galore. This too sits in beautifully. And you're getting the gorgeous green variety here. Another under £10 deal for you today. £2.45. What are you going to keep in here? What are you going to pop in here? Your stamping bits and bobs, yes, good idea. Oh, yeah, good idea. Your pencils, yeah, good idea. Very good. You could also pop into this. Well, it depends what your hobby is, doesn't it? Fish and tackle, yeah. In fact, I've got a really small green box actually that would be great if you're into tying your flies, which always sounds really odd if you don't know what it is. If you are a fly fisher, not just a fly fisher, but generally a fly fisher, you can create your own flies that look realistic so that the fish get confused. Yeah. So you use like little bits of feather and you use like little bits of tinsely stuff. You know, get loads. You get loads. £2.45. 12 division now I'm bringing to you. These are perfect. Let me open these up. These ones are perfect for your little small bits and bobs. Your little bits and bobs. Your stationery bits. Your nails. These are going to be great for the likes of your push pins. Your rubbers in here. These are going to be good for the likes of your nails. Something like this in your garage. Because what I do in my garage is I have like old coffee jars and stuff that I'll just throw. If I get like a flat pack kit or whatever, and you have leftovers, don't you, in flat pack kits, you never are entirely sure whether or not you're meant to have leftovers, and then you are constantly worried about the actual logistics and safety of the piece you've actually made because you've had so many spare pieces. But if you're anything like me, you throw them into the likes of an old, you know, coffee pot or whatever. With these, because they're so small, these little spaces, you can make sure that it's not all just mixed. You can make sure that it's beautiful. You can see what you're doing. Obviously, take the actual sticker off. £2.45 is your deal. It is your lime organiser that you've got here. A fantastic opportunity for you today. We've got loads of new buyers in with us today. I'm going to do one last lime organiser, means for you to sew. And then I've got a few more colours. This one is your small list of them all, for your bits and bobs. Actually, have a look at the sticker, you can see what we've got in there. 6 divisions in this one. There you are. So, in here, loads and loads of lovely storage. You've got the opportunity in here to keep loads of your odds and ends. Now, can I just remind you of something which you may or may not know? You see this little sign here? See that there? The 5 in the triangle. That means that, it talks about its sturdiness. It also talks about its strength in a way. So, if you are a polymer clay lover, you can store your polymer clay into this. Now you may think, well, yeah, Bex, that's obvious. Surely you can store polymer clay in everything, but you actually can't because because polymer clay can actually eat away at certain plastics. With this, it's not going to do that. Again, it gives you real strength. It is a beautiful brand, made in Great Britain. You've got loads of info on there as well. It tells you everything on the back. You've got a website that you can find out, you know, added extras. £1.95 on this for you. That really is such a good price point for what you're getting. As you can see, you've got the stoppers there on the bottom, so it's not going to go anywhere. Do you know what? I love that as an idea. Kerry's going, I'd put wine gums in that one, I'd do jelly babies there, some minstrels in that one. That's a brilliant idea. For your little snacks, I mean, you could go healthy. Obviously, at this time of year, I feel like there's so many selection boxes around. It's rude to start the diet. But yeah, for December it could be different types of sweeties that you pop into work with you. And then come January, I don't know, what's healthy? Kale. You could put kale in a slot. Grapes, that makes more sense. Yes, thank you. Grapes makes more sense than a leaf of kale. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, my brain's not in health geek mode. It can't be in December, can it? You've got your advent calendars. Hey, who has an advent calendar? What advent calendar? Milky bar, dairy milk. Maisie, have you got one?
Maltesers.
Maltesers. Oh, that's good. Gosh. Tom, have you got one? I just bought a box of celebrations. And I'm having one each day. It's not quite the same. Not quite the same. Yeah, I've got an advent calendar. I've got one that my grandma makes me one every year, doesn't she? Yeah. I've had some. Today is just a chocolate day. And then yesterday was chocolate and gift day. And I got some dog treats for my dog, obviously. No, not for me. I have got for you here. No, I do not eat dog treats. This is a vicious rumour. When I was younger, there was occasions where you would walk into the dog pet shop and they have the dog chocolate milky buttons and you would help yourself. We all have done it. Anyway, this is your Fuchsia box this time. So, really beautiful, really bright. Your price point under £2 again. Let's do it. £1. £1 for you this evening on this box. That's a brilliant price. Are you even allowed to do that? No. Right, we're doing that for £1. There you go. Your Fuchsia organiser. There we go. B Diddy's just said because it's her favourite colour, she wants to bring it to £1. She just thought that everyone should have it for £1. So there you are. Do feel free to grab it. And let me show it to you with the green and the purple and the orange. There you go. So we've got the pink one for you here. It's beautiful, it's bright. What does this colour make you think of, Fuchsia? I think it's a really optimistic colour. It makes you think of the future. Oh, Tom. It makes me think really optimistic things. It makes me think of the likes of Disney and you know, those kind of things. I think it's beautiful, it's fun. Obviously, it makes me think of flowery colours as well. Really lovely quality. Well done. That one's £1 for you. I'm moving on to the orange now.
But this one's my favourite colour.
Sunflower. Oh, that's lovely. That is such a lovely colour, isn't it? Did you know that this colour is said to be one of the most positive of colours? You know when you go onto social media and thing and you use your emojis, and you know that the emojis are like faces, aren't they? They're said that this is the kind of staple colour for emojis. Obviously, you know, there's so many emojis now, aren't there? But the staple colour, the sort of start of colour, because it was so positive, and people connotate this kind of colour with positivity and happiness. So if that's you and you find this a really sunny, happy, glorious colour, grab it and add it to your order now. £1.95 for you. Again, you are getting yourself a really good deal for the quality. It's the sturdiness, it's the strength, it's the use of these that you're going to be able to really get. And genuinely, now this does sound a little bit naff, but I do mean this, I honestly think good storage situations save you money. I honestly do, because I'm awful for this. I'm atrocious for this. So this is very much, you know, sort of say as I do, not as I, no, do as I say, not as I do. That's the one. But I am, honestly, the amount of times that I will purchase something like a set of clasps or whatever that I love in sterling silver, and then I'll come to make something, maybe by a deadline, it's someone's birthday coming up or whatever, and I can't find the clasp, that I have to reorder some. And then you know what it's like, you reorder them, you make with it, and then as you're about to gift that piece away or whatever, you find the original set. But if you'd stored them properly, you wouldn't have had that issue, you wouldn't have to overspend. That could just, oh, there's only 5 of these, okay. That could just be me, but that's totally and absolutely the case. And I do it all the time, and I always say, I'm not going to do that again. I need more storage. Things like this are the days that you need to get involved if you're anything like this. I have 5 available, and that is it. It's your violet colour. Obviously, it's been popular, the violet colour then. Maybe with it being Pantone's colour of the year. You have got here your violet organiser, 5 of them available. We're going under £2 again. £1.95 is your deal on this one. Let me just open it up as well so you can see the sturdiness of it all. Very, very sturdy, very, very strong. And as we've said, you know, you can get absolute oodles in here, you really can. And actually, let me just remind you of oodles. Oh. Gosh, these are gorgeous, aren't they? 7 o'clock approximately. 7 o'clock, these are coming up. So not long to wait on them. Brand new, launching this evening. I honestly think they are divine. The glow on them is incredible, isn't it? It really is astonishing. So special. Huge well done to you all. Now, to get you ready and wearing for your beautiful genuine gemstones, how's about bring to you a monstrous strand? Oh God, that feels gorgeous. Here you go. Oh. Beautiful. Black onyx. Intense, indulgent black onyx. Black onyx is a beautiful gemstone because of the sheen you get with it. You get a real juxtaposition on there because obviously you've got 100% tonality of the body colour of this, that black inky colour, but then you're also getting that complete flip reverse with the white on top. You have got here something very, very special indeed. You have got 245 carats worth here of your black onyx, and £12.95 is your usual price. You bought it at £12.95. It has been enjoyed at £12.95. But today, the rule is it's got to be under 10 if we're bringing it to air. So, for you now, £8.95. Yeah, of course, we could have just taken off a few pounds and made it £9.95. But if we want to bring to you this evening some really exceptional one-off deals, and I am so going to do that. Oh, there's a message in, a new message. What does this say? Tom? Tom?
Yeah.
What a lucky man you are, surrounded by beautiful women. Gosh, what a shock and surprise. What do you say to that, Tom?
I just love coming to work.
I just love coming to work. Oh, he's a oh, I love that. Dawn, oh hi Dawn, I was messaging you earlier on. What about to store the rose quartz cubes, Becky? I've come home for a bit early for them. Lol, so excited. Oh, Dawn was messaging saying she was in work and she was like, what time am I bringing them? I said 7 o'clock. I love that you've just finished a little bit early for it. Do you know what? It's completely and absolutely worth it. These are stunning. I am going to do them to £10. They shouldn't be, but the way I'm going to. Thank you for your messaging, Dawn. And by the way, Dawn, if you have just tuned in, I've done sterling silver bundle half hour, then I did a storage half hour, and I've got stretchy bracelet half hour coming up. I've got nuggets at 9. I've got loads more coming up. And before that, though, let me bring to you. Are these your flathead pins? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong ones here. There you are. I've got some head pins for you now. I did some shepherd's hooks in the same sort of quality as these before. These ones, sterling silver, gold over the top of them with that ball detail. So they look a bit luxurious. Let me show you as well how they match up perfectly. So use your imagination. Dawn, this might be one for you actually. Shepherd hook. One of these cubes onto this head pin. What a pair of earrings that would be. Oh my days, that's going to look gorgeous. £2 for this set you've got of your gold in that sterling silver, and that is a really good price point for the amount you're getting, and you know how much you need them. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's a nightmare when you run out of them. We have had so many goodies coming up on this hour for you. We've had that sterling silver. This is sterling silver diamond cut wire under a tenner. We did a wire bundle. We did genuine gemstone. boxes and things like that. So we've had loads already, but we've got so much more to come for you. Straight after the break, the one that Dawn and many others have been waiting for, brand new, glowing rose quartz. You're going to love them. We'll be back with that as a star buy in a few minutes.
Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
The JewelleryMaker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
We have had so many people absolutely adoring this strand already, and there is no surprise to me at all, because what I have here is beauty, openness in a rose quartz that I'm not used to seeing. Definitely not under this price, but genuinely not used to seeing, full stop. I am used to seeing rose quartz very silken, very filled with inclusion, completely opaque on occasion. And what I am not used to seeing, let alone on a £10 day, I'm talking full stop on rose quartz, is this inner aura, this glow. Not only have we got here the beauty and the unusual nature of that cube shape, which gives something really different, but you've got that inner glow too. To be able to get those two unusual elements in a pairing, to me, makes this one of the most exceptional quality of your rose quartz I've brought to you all year, without a shadow of a doubt. It is incredible integrity that we have of this gemstone, in particularly as it's not as if we filled this. You know, we haven't filled it to give you that glow. Fissure filling, there's loads of different treatments on gemstones. Fissure filling is one of them, which is intense for all intents and purposes when you will inject or fill a gemstone with like a glass-like substance. And you do that to gemstones to give them this inner glow. This has got that inner glow naturally, all just due to us selecting the premium quality of your rose quartz. Now, when you have that quality, when you have that inner glow, it makes the gemstone almost come alive. And usually you will opt for one or the other, as I've said, on a rose quartz. Usually you'll opt for shape and facet, which gives a real nice surface quality. Or you will, but then you will get something really quite dull internally. With this, you don't have to choose. You get that glow, you get that life, you get that brightness on the surface. If you want these, I suggest you start dialing now because your graphics are about to come live. You ready for this? 0800 644 655. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Get us on the app. Just make sure you're joining us right here, right now, because this is a divine quality. This is a beautiful look. It is such a wonderful appearance that you've got here, and it's so individual and unique. Let me just show you against the black as well, just so you can sort of see what you're dealing with. Look at that glow. I'm not even moving it, and you can see that internal quality, can't you? If I give it a little bit more of a move, you can see how that aura almost follows you around. It is divine. It's so quality. There's so many of you flying in. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to you, or good evening, should I say. 7 o'clock, should probably say evening now, shouldn't I? It's lovely to be with you. There are loads of you coming in on this one. Let me just hold it out so you can see how incredibly 3D this is. And it's beautiful to get something so individual, to get something so 3D. It's so impressive, isn't it, to get that beauty and that quality. And it's got that wonderful facet work on the surface, which just adds something a little bit different and individual. So if you're used to just working with your standardized shapes, you know, that's all well and good if you're used to, say, just working with your rounds, but you want something to add a bit of impact sometimes, and shapes like this can do it. They are just so divine. They're real high-end and quality. It's that glow. This kind of glow that you're seeing here is the type of glow that the GIA will refer to as a rose crystalline quartz, as opposed to just a rose quartz. When you hear the Gemological Institute of America, it's not just them, GEMA will talk about it as well, which is kind of the British version in a way of the GIA. When you hear the term rose quartz crystalline, we are talking about something that has eye clean qualities to it, and therefore is often classified as gem quality. It's classified as beauty. It's classified as kind of the creme de la creme, the upper echelons. And when you have something as beautiful as this, you don't have to go OTT with it, although you of course can. What about, you know, there you are, popping something like this onto this design. This is the chain I started to show off with actually earlier on, did a meter for under a tenner. Just popping one of those onto there on a head pin. As we said, these balls are going to act like as stoppers, so it's not going to roll all around. But how beautiful. You don't have to go wild with this. Of course you can. You can go absolutely wild. Use all of them in a design if you wanted to. Ooh, here's a bit of an idea, and it might not be a great one, but you know the diamond cut wire that we launched yesterday, and I've just recapped on then? Kind of doing like a top and base to a few of these. That'd be really pretty, grabbing that glow and making that shine, just pivot through. Hello to Derbyshire and Perth and West Midlands. Hello to County Durham, Oxfordshire, Dean. Hi at Hampshire and West Yorkshire, Worcestershire, oh no, I can't do it, it's a jingle bells. Derbyshire, yeah, but it's hard to do it when you're singing it as well, isn't it? Do you know what that's just reminded me of then? Did you watch The Apprentice? Oh, well, I'll talk about that in a bit. Should we talk about prices first? There's loads of you coming through for this. £9.95 we're launching it for you. Dawn, have you got your hands on some? You have. Oh, congratulations, Dawn. I'm over the moon for you, as I am for you, Northamptonshire, and you, collector in Yorkshire, and you in Hampshire and Lincolnshire, and Nottinghamshire and Sussex and Derbyshire. Well done to the city of Bristol. Well done to Cheshire and Derbyshire and Bedfordshire. Hello to Derby as well. You're in with us. Greater London, I've got you in. I've got another one in West Midlands. Hello to you all. There's loads of you in. It's fantastic for you. It really, truly is. What did we think of The Apprentice, people? So, if you don't know what The Apprentice is, it is a reality TV show. Would we do that? Whereby Alan Sugar looks for someone to go into business to. It kind of changes year after year, doesn't it? Sometimes he just gives them money, sometimes he offers them a job, but yeah, goes into business too. And this week's one just gone was Shopping TV. What did we think?
I reckon you'd get through this round, Becky.
You reckon I'd get through this round? Oh, thank you, Tom. Yes, I would hope I would. Yeah, I would hope I would. Kerry's saying if she had to present that is exactly how she would be as well. Yeah. It's interesting as well how, because you know, if you did watch it, there was the section whereby the people who were sat in the gallery, which is where my producer and director sit, basically two people's jobs were to be a producer. So my producer's like B Diddy, she will have to read your messages, give me pointers, kind of say what's coming up next and do all the figures and all the pressing buttons. But they were splitting that between two people.
You should get paid more already.
Would you? He's going, I wouldn't mind that, switching it up with someone else. Yeah, but you're good at doing it by yourself. But yeah, our producers do that just them by themselves. But yeah, no, I thought it was quite interesting, really. You enjoyed the bit with the inflatable chair, and she tried to demo it. It's, yeah, no. No, it's quite awkward. It was. Anyway, it's well worth the watch, I'm sure, if you're into that sort of thing. Or you fancied seeing sort of ish how it is for yourself. I did like the bit where they did the practice, where basically you have to talk and talk and talk, and then someone talks at you. Because what you may or may not know is, well, I'm sure you do know, but presenters here, and some guest designers, not every guest designer likes it, so they won't have it. We will have talk back in our ear. So you have your producer and your director, and sometimes your floor manager talking to you at once, giving you helpful points on occasions. Sometimes not. Sometimes just talking about what they fancy for tea, but it can be very, very useful. But yeah, no, we're finding it hard to get their head around that. But it's a good game to play that on Christmas Day. Get people to talk to you, see if you can talk over them. Anyway, if you watched it, let us know what you thought. Well done. Do you know what would go nicely with this? Says B Diddy, my producer. Go on. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You very rarely are, though, are you, B? Have a little nosy. Yes, they work so nicely together. I've got so many more new things coming up. I know you're excited about that. Those agates I've got coming up for you in a bit. But if you want to keep it dainty and delicate, how beautiful are these going to be? What about just one of these in the centre of a bracelet, using your pearls? They're so beautiful, aren't they? They're a real delicate sort of champagne blush colour, aren't they? Really lovely look you've got here. We have got very nice smoothness on the surface, and that colour is entirely natural. We've not bleached this to then put a dye over the top, which is what you'll get with most pearls. These have got a really lovely sizeability to them, and we are rolling these down in price for you today. £5 on the nose. Now, if you've never bought pearls from us before, let me just let you know, this is like a necklace length, okay? Obviously, you can make it shorter or longer. It's totally up to you and how you want to wear them. But were you just to restrand this and pop a clasp on the back, that is going to be a necklace length for you. It depends on how you like to sort of wear it, but let me just show you. This is touching at the back on me. Obviously, you're going to need to add a clasp to it, so it's going to make it a little bit longer. But this is a fantastic thing. You can add a really long piece of chain and a clasp to to make it much longer, you could just use these individually. It's completely and absolutely up to you how you use these, but they're delicate, they're genteel. And in the break, little bit of behind the scenes gossip, not really gossip, but what happens in the break usually is your producer will come in and talk about what's happening in the next hour. I'll stuff my face. That's what I like to do in the break. I had a half a prawn sandwich, thanks for asking. And my tech op Maisie and my floor manager Tom were chatting about pearls. And they were talking about, because Tom was whipping up a stretchy bracelet. And they were talking about how you can tell if something is a real pearl or not. And I thought I'd give you a little tip at home in case you didn't know. The way you can tell a real pearl, one of the easiest ways, is by taking a pearl and rubbing it against your tooth. I know it sounds really strange, but this is a really easy way of doing it. Rub it against your tooth. If it feels slightly gritty against the tooth, then it's likely to be a real pearl. If it's smooth, it's likely to be a plastic pearl or a shell pearl. You can also do it, because don't get me wrong, I don't imagine you popping into, I don't know, Argos and going, "Hi, those real pearls, do you mind if I test?" And then you just, you know, in front of the sales assistant, rubbing them across your front teeth. But what you can do, and you will learn this over time, you will sort of know what to feel for. If you rub them together, you can also feel a slight grit in them. It's very, very slight, and it's not something I would say, you know, instantly when you first find this out, you're going to feel that. It is something you kind of develop, but you can feel that difference. And £5 on those ones for you today. It's brilliant price point. White pearls these would go nice with. Do you know what? Pairing them with the white pearls, you can see the peachy pink colour even more. Kind of makes it pop more, doesn't it? You're rubbing them together? Yeah. Tom, can you feel that are they real or fake pearls now?
Are they real then?
Are they? Are they real? He's rubbing them together. He's working it out. I am bringing to you now. He looks like a really happy little cricket. I've got for you here your white pearls now. These ones are beautiful. You've got a really lovely quality on these ones of that evenness of colour. So the colour is very, very even throughout these, which is lovely to be able to see. Because you've got such an even colour, because you might think, well, white is white, isn't it? But not necessarily. You're going to get those changes and those alterations in colour that you'll see. You have got beautiful intensity of colour that is even throughout, and it is, you can get different shades of white on something, but also you'll see the evenness in colour on these when it comes to the actual pearl essence. So I've got a lot of pinks and a lot of the blues coming through on this, as opposed to more of the greens and yellows that I'm like used to seeing on white pearls like this. So we're bringing to you your 5x6, which is a nice in-between size. That's great for bracelets, I think. £7.95. Use them with the wire end tip sterling silver I did earlier on. Use it with those ones. They're going to look absolutely beautiful, and it's going to give it that real professional finish. Use it with your sterling silver wire, either this weaving wire bundle I did for you, or the sturdy and strong diamond cut sterling silver wire that I brought to you earlier on, which by all accounts only launched over the weekend or yesterday. So yeah, lovely to pair those together. We've got a sterling silver findings pack coming up for you now that you could finish these off with. This is how you will receive the pack. Let me grab them out for you. Solid sterling silver. Let me grab them out. And let me show you what you're getting in there. There you are. Look at all those goodies you're getting. So you're getting let's do a brief overview of what these are, because again, there's new people tuning in all of the time. We have got in here the likes of your shepherd's hooks, which I will show you just one of. There you go. This is your shepherd's hooks. You probably recognise it if you've ever bought jewellery before or been to a jewellery shop. This is your earring wire, your earring finding. If you want to make an earring, one of the easiest ways to do it is to get a head pin, which you're also getting in here. Pop a gemstone onto the head pin. You might want to put some of those pearls you've just bought on there. Create a tiny loop, which honestly is as easy as you might think. It's almost as easy as drawing a loop. create a little loop, attach it on, earrings, done and dusted. You've also got in here the likes of your jump rings, which help you add on your clasps, which you also get. And you're also going to be getting in here your crimping tubes, which essentially hold things like cords together. And then you get your crimping covers, which go over the top of them, give them a nice finish, but there's loads more you can do to it as well. £4.95 you've got here for a full suite's worth. And you could easily make a full suite's worth, easy peasily. So I've got my earrings, that's one. I can use there, the dropper there too, so that's 2 pairs, so that's a pair, and then I've got 2 left over. Then I could use those to hammer pendants from, and then I can use 2 clasps, so I've got a clasp for a necklace and a clasp for a bracelet, and I've got the jump ring and the crimps and the crimp covers that I need to finish that off. So very, 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 very easily with this, I can make a necklace, a pair of earrings, and a bracelet, with a dropper for a bracelet and a dropper for a pendant as well. All of that for £4.95. You'd be hard stretched to buy a stud, sterling silver, for £4.95. Even a nose stud, you know. Size sterling silver nose stud, individual price, £7 in a local supermarket the other day, just for one, which obviously isn't exactly the same, but it's not a million miles away from a head pin. It's a bit shorter and has an L shape on the end. £4.95, a fab opportunity there. We are not doing under £10 day tomorrow. This is your final few hours to get those final few deals. By the way, tomorrow I have got, I'm on the mid show with you tomorrow, where we have got the lovely Gemma Crow joining us. We've got some lab slabs coming up, which I think you're going to like. I've got some carnelian here. Yes. These are really fiery and warm. Actually, speaking of late shows, on Friday, just to remind you before I forget, I'm joined by Spellbinding Laura Binding, whereby we have got the brand new Dragon Eyes in. The brand new colours. They're really fab. 10 carats worth of your carnelian. Wow, natural. Cool, that's good. That's really good. Normally, to get this intensity of colour, we will dye, for example, an agate. Sometimes we'll even dye a carnelian, actually, to get that intensity. These ones have got them naturally. These ones are dainty and delicate. Because you don't always want big chunky gemstones for every design. You could use these as spacers. You could use these in your bracelets. You could use these in your hairbands even. Because these are dainty and delicate, beautiful in like a channel set ring, and carnelian strong enough to be worn as a ring as well. It's pretty up there on the Mohs scale. Whoa. Just remember for me, sorry, this is a genuine natural gemstone. Just remember for me, you've got around about 38 centimetres worth of said genuine gemstone. And just remember for me, you've got a lot of gemstones on here, which in a moment or 7 I will count up for you. These are genuine gemstone. This isn't man-made, this isn't created in a lab, it's not even dyed. This is Mother Nature working for decades and decades and centuries, remembering that this dates back to, you know, BC era. We've got 10 full carats of genuine gemstone for under a £5. In fact, under £3. £2.95 for this. It is a busy evening. You are there. It's lovely to have you on board. Thanks for joining me after possibly the most Christmassiest of all weekends this weekend, which was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, £3, in fact, with change, you're getting on a genuine gemstone here. Let me give you an ish count up on this, if I may. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is approximately 10 to that one. Approximately this is. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Easily 170 and a bit better, I would say, on that strand. £2.95. Well done. Ooh, 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 ooh. Butterfly backs I've got now. Just the butterfly backs. So, if you've been getting the sterling silver and rose gold head pins that we've been doing recently, and you want to create a beautiful stud, perfect idea. These are also great on the likes of your shepherd's hooks. If you've created, like with, oh no, I've only got 33 of these available, sorry about that, only 33 available. You know how useful these are. We are in our, almost in our last chance saloon, almost. So, saddle up your ponies, yeah, because it's the last chance saloon, and get ready to order, because we've got here your rose gold. How did you know I was going to ask that? We've worked together too long. We have got here your rose gold plated 925 sterling silver, and you've got your drop down deal today, £2.95 for us. That is it. These are going to be great on your wire work designs. They're going to be great on your big shepherd's hooks, for example. What is that horse called from, yours is called Horse. Nice, I like that, good. What is Woody's horse called in Toy Story? Bullseye, of course, of course. That film's coming out next year, isn't it? Or is it the year after? Toy Story 4, next year, Bloodfest. Maisie, what's your horse called?
Oh my God.
What an unusual name! Oh, whatever. What's mine called? Mine today is going to be called Whoa, Nelly. And you have to say it like that. How do you want? Spell it. W-H-O-O-O-O-O-A. And then Nelly. Yeah, it's quite important, the O-O-O-O-O. It's the second one that really adds the umph. Anyway, £2.95. Well done. Horsey McHorseface, yours is called Tom. Very good. Very good. He sounds high caliber. Okay, I've got a chain. Wow. This is so easy wear. This is the type of chain we do not get to see that often, and when you run out of chains like this, boy do you know about it. Boy do you know about it. Because 9 times out of 10, I would say, I could be overplaying that there, but let's say 8 times out of 10, I will bring to you chains that are very difficult to add into. Add over the top of, easy peasy. Add into, tricky. Not with this though, because look, even with my weaving wire, grabbing through there, add a little drop from it. I know by the size of the links in this Belcher chain that I'm going to be able to add a sterling silver head pin for you. So if I put my head pin through here, add my gemstones onto it, I can get the absolute dead set center. This almost eradicates that irritating moment whereby you get a pendant and put it over the top of your chain, and that chain then rotates around. Because what you can do with this is go straight opposite the clasp, so just hold the clasp up, dead opposite. That link there is where your head pin will go and where your gemstone, for example, these beauties that I know a lot of you got your hands on, will go. And because that is the dead center, this obviously is going to be the weightiest part of your chain, which means it's essentially eradicating that issue of the clasp rocking around to the front, because the weight is sorted. £9.95 for a chain you can add into as opposed to just onto. And as I say, honestly, this is going to be like our top only 10, maybe 20% of all of our chains that will do this, that are ready form chains. The clasp comes attached, so if you are brand new and you just think, oh my goodness, I just want to get my hands on that as is. Remember, if it is your first order, even if you just order one thing from us today, you get 2 free genuine gemstone strands delivered to you. If you're going to be ordering this chain, what a gorgeous prized gift this is going to be to give to somebody, and you're getting it for just £9.95. It's high end, it's elegant, it's wearable, it's wonderful. £9.95, it's fantastic. A real essential for your stash for creativity. And speaking of an essential, size 12 beading needles I'm about to bring to you now. Where did I get that from? There it is. Beading needle. Beading needles are an essential. Right. You can get size 10, like these ones. I'm not going to do these ones now. I'm going to do the size 12 now. But as the keen-eyed amongst you will have noticed, I've just dropped the size 12 on the floor. So you have a little nosy at these for a minute, and almost like magic, I will bring to you the size 12. There we go. No one even noticed. I have got for you here, quite slick, I know. I am bringing to you here your size 12 beading needles. These beading needles are fit for purpose. They're fit for your beading designs. They are fit for your stitching. They are made just down the road in Redican as well, which is, you might think, what's the point of mentioning that? Is there much use? Yes, definitely. Because basically, let me flip it over for you there. This is literally minutes down the road from where our studio is. Because of that, we head on over there. We don't have to pay all of the delivery costs that some people will have to will have to pay. We don't have to, we essentially get mates rates as well because we're just down the road. So what we have here is the quality and the beauty and the workability of these, but also we get kind of a mates rates price. Oh, come back if you will. Now I promise you, I go to loads of crafting events and craft fairs and I do sell things, but I also just like to nosy around even when I don't. $6.99. Same pack. Same pack, same amount, with the little stopper section that you have here that you can reuse and reuse and reuse. $6.99. Today we bring it to you at just £2.45, and just to let you know, it just have a little sort of signs on the back that tells you how to open this, which sounds ridiculous, but if you do open it in this way, you're essentially getting the pack and it acts almost as a holder as well. So it's really useful. You just simply fold it over, snap that front, and the top bit kind of bends over and means you've got everything you need. I will do the size 10s for you now, actually. Obviously, a little bit different in the size that you're getting with these ones. So with your size 10, you've got something a little bit more sturdy, a little bit thicker. You might be looking at these and going, Bex, I've seen seed beading and I like the idea of doing it, and I know you need a needle for seed bead embroidery or doing peyote stitch or whatever else, but I've already got a sewing kit. I've had a sewing kit for years and I'll just use them. One thing I will say is your sewing needles and your beading needles are very, very different. Beading needles are created to have a little bit of give in them so that they can bend and alter and get around tight bends. But also, what you may well notice is the eye of the needle is essentially seamless to the actual needle itself. That makes sense? That makes sense? So it means that you've not got a really large, so say you're getting it through a gemstone and you go, oh, that fits perfectly, but then you've got your normal beading needle which has like a larger eye on top, so it's actually not going to work. These ones do what they say. £2.45 is your deal on these ones, and they are your size 10 needles, so they're the slightly larger sizes, but they will still go through a lot of your seed beads. If you're going to be working with the likes of your 15-0s, I say go and get your 12s mils, and if you want your slightly larger ones, sorry, your size 12s, and if you want your slightly different seed beads, slightly larger ones, then you've got your size 10. So if you're working with those 15-0s, obviously, it's good to have both packs because it's just handy to know what you're doing, isn't it? Oh, a bag? No? No! Oh, I'm looking in the wrong area entirely. Fluted bales. Sorry, there's quite a few exciting bits and bobs in here. Wow, this is a huge one. This is really good for your big sturdy chains. Okay. 14 mil. The good thing about having such a large bale is, if you want to create balance in your design, you've got the opportunity to do so here. You've got that opportunity of balance in your designs really beautifully. What you have with your larger design as well is, if I just turn it to the side, because you've got that larger aperture, it's going to go over so much more. So you can just pop it over chains, you know, for example, this will just thread through nice and easily. But if you wanted to do a really thick beaded design, maybe like a macrame design or a kumihimo design, you can literally just pop this over the top. Then use your head pins that maybe I did in the sterling silver findings pack for you earlier on. Add your gemstone on there and you've got that pendant. Of course, you can use these in different ways as well. I know quite a few people are taken with the idea of using these as earrings. So realistically, all you'd need to do is get one of the shepherd's hooks that I did in that sterling silver findings pack for you, open the end detail up, loop it on, and there you are. This today is brought to you for £1.95. If you think about the direction this creates for you and the way in which this genuinely can save you so much time, even to the extent that if you wanted to add a pendant onto a chain, but you don't have to take the clasp off the chain, find another jump ring maybe to finish off that design. You just want to place it on that chain you've done and dusted. This is going to go over pretty much every single clasp I've ever brought to you on a ready-made chain, on a ready-done item. So it's going to save you time. Also, I think things like this are fantastic if you're going to be creating something with your pendants. See what I mean? So say you put your favourite pendant, and you don't necessarily want to just use the same pendant on just one chain. You want to swap it out sometimes. Maybe you want to put it on a thicker chain, a longer chain, depends on what you're wearing. Maybe you want to pop it onto a seed beaded tube design. Then this is going to be more likely to thread on top of it than anything else that you've maybe got with the smaller ones. So it's always lovely to have designs like this because it can actually make your jewellery go further. That pendant that actually, you know, you only wear on that certain chain now can become a movable piece. It can now go across your designs a little bit better. £1.95. Wow. As soon as you said dendrite then, I've thought what you've just thought. Dendrite agate. Okay, yeah, I can understand doing dendrite agate under £10, you know. Not always, not that I'm saying dendrite agate is always going to be under a tenner, it's not. I did not expect you to say, wow, dendrite opal. I love the finesse that dendrite opal gives you. It has this twist on the Forever monochrome. Monochrome, of course, we talk about black and white against each other. But what we're talking about here is almost the tonality in between that, because you get the perfect black, the perfect white, but you also get these grey hues, these misty, almost fog colours that come across the surface of these. Now, a lot of the time, I love this about dendrite opal, it kind of breaks the rules. A lot of the time when we talk about gemstones, we are talking about gemstones that have clarity, that have evenness to them. We don't want that in dendrite. Oh no, we want personality, we want finesse. In fact, so much so that that's where the name itself comes from. Dendrite or dendritic means fern-like quality, fern-like or tree-like quality. So that's what you want with this. You want that texture, you want that beauty. This is your under £10 deal. I would never expect dendrite opal to be this low. As I said, dendrite agate, it's slightly more common cousin. Okay, yeah, fine. Under a tenner, I can understand that. I would be okay with that. I would still be quite happy with that. Maybe not that shocked. This, though, I am shocked at. To get that amount, to get that quality, I am shocked at that price point, because if I show you, and I'll fold it over too so you can really see its sort of personality, you are getting not just that beauty and wearability and that name of dendrite opal, but also the facet. How unusual is that to see? Facet work on an opal, it just doesn't tend to happen. And when it does, quite frankly, you pay for it. You pay for it, because opal, as everyday opal, when you think about the structure of opal, it's made with these tiny, tiny, tiny circlets. I'll show you against the black as well, just so you can kind of figure what you're going to wear with it, because I think with this being monochrome, it crosses the board. But yeah, if you think about the tiny little spheres that make up opal, we do not expect to facet that, do we? We do not expect to see this intensity and sparkle on the surface, as well as the interest. As well as the interest on the surface that you're getting there. It's truly beautiful. £9.95 for all of that is something very special indeed, and you know it. Well done to you all. Beautiful qualities you've got there at £9.95. Nice work. I'm going to bring you something a bit different actually, speaking of kind of texture. Now, I think these are so on trend. We have seen real geometric shapes coming into their own of late, and I don't just mean in the jewellery world, I'm talking homeware amongst others. I think that works so nicely for a real unisex piece, don't you? Yeah? This should go on a cord for Kerry. Yeah. Just a simple thin string cord, done and dusted. Almost like a wish bracelet. Yeah, it'd be lovely. Really nice. I think what you've got with this is something which, and I will just post a little bit of wire through. There you go. There we go. Let me show you. They are. So you've got the aperture that runs right the way across the centre on these ones. It's a really large aperture. This is on a 0.4. Yes, 0.4 at the moment. Oh no, in fact 0.6. Blimey. So that's a really sizable aperture. Easily getting a 1mm through there, no shadow of a doubt, no issue at all. But yeah, you are going to be getting this lovely 3D effect, really interesting facet work that you've got on there as well, as you can see, and you do get 3 of them. They feel very weighty. You're looking at a gram in each one, so every individual one is a gram in weight. And we are going under 10 on it today. It shouldn't be, but we're going to today. It was £11.95, and come 8 o'clock in the morning, which is going to be Tuesday morning, what am I on about? Then it will be back up to £11.95. Today though, for you, as it's under £10 day, it's gone from £11.95 to £7.95. That is something very special when you consider, because you might just think, okay, well, you know, £8, £9, £10, 11 takes us £12. It's only £4 saving. Is it that big of a deal? Don't get me wrong, £4 off, I don't know, a house isn't much, is it? If you were buying a house and someone gave you a £4 discount, you wouldn't necessarily be, you know, doing backflips. But when you consider that this was already a great price of just £11.95, actually percentage-wise, we've taken a serious amount off that, around about a third, in fact, of price discount we've given to you on that, and it is real deal solid sterling silver. It is truly beautiful. It's really nice quality, and let me just show you too, it does state 925. Hey, up they are. There you go. 925. I love a bit of Dolly Parton as well. You didn't know what that was? Is it because it was slightly out of time and tune? Is that why? Yeah. Now you hear it. Yeah, no. Now that I've told you. Yeah, it is 925 that you've got here. It really is brilliant quality. Oh, I do love Jolene. Jolene is a pretty good song. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Miley Cyrus's cover. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that cover. Miley Cyrus has got a new Christmas song out. Yeah, not just her and someone else. DJ. Anyway, either or. Miley Cyrus is Dolly Parton's goddaughter. I did not know that. I did not know that. Gosh, every day is a school day. £7.95 is your opportunity. It is 925 solid sterling silver, and things like this are going to go great if you do love your nuggets. Now, I'm going to whet your whistle for these nuggets that are coming up. I've got 9 o'clock nugget time. How perfect do they go together? I'm going to wet your whistle with some nuggets now. This is your multi-gemstone that I've got here. Aren't they really, really intriguing? So, this is a mixed gemstone strand. I cannot guarantee you the exact amount of gemstones that you're going to get on your strand, but you have got a lot of different gemstones on here. Think of it almost, move that so I don't confuse you, think of it almost as a bead scoop, but stranded. Think of it that way. So, let's have a nosy what we've got here. Citrines, carnelian, peridot, rose quartz, sodalite, lapis lazuli, that looks like to me. I've got some garnet colours in here. I've got some jasper, definitely. Almost look like I've got some apatite in here actually as well. I've got some ametrine as well. There's a lot going on here. Think of it as a bead scoop. You know when you get your bead scoops and you absolutely love having fun with them and exploring the different gemstones and playing with them? This is a great way to be able to do it and to get it, but it's all done and dusted and stranded, so you know they're all going to be the same sort of prices. £7.95. This easily could make you 6 bracelets. Easily. If you were going to make this into a memory wire bracelet, what kind of price would you expect to do a memory wire bracelet, maybe a loop and a bit for, or 2 loops? £15? £20? How's about today? Because it's, whoa, okay, that is even more mischievous than I was thinking. For the amount of gemstones you've got here, for the amount of different locations they will have come from, for the amount of usability you've got with this, £3.95 is your deal. This is your chance to grab it under a tenner today. That really is something special though, truly. Let me just pop this on a bus for you. Up deal of the day. Woo. Let me swap that over for a second. Very pretty. Just imagine, I mean, obviously you'd want to pop a clasp on the back or whatever, so you could get it over your noodle. And have a nose. That is a necklace, I think. That necklace says, I know my genuine gemstones. I wear a magnitude of colours. I'm not afraid of it. But without sort of screaming that you are maybe a little bit set in your ways, let's say, you know. You have got here £3.95. I was going to say, and then stop myself, I was going to say then, you've got £3.95 worth for £7.95 worth of gemstones. But actually to me, this is worth more than £7.95. Truly they are. If you consider how far you'd have to go around to get the likes of carnelian, the likes of your agates, your jasper, your amethyst, your rose quartz, your clear quartz, your citrines, your lapis lazuli, what looks to be your sodalite. That one there might even be lava rock. Feels like it, definitely feels like lava rock. You have got in here your neon apatite-esque colours. I can't guarantee that it is neon apatite because what you're going to get on your strand is going to be totally different, isn't it? But you've got a lot going on in here, you really do. And it's individual, it's unique, you don't have to go over the top with it. And of course, you can just wear it as a really lovely long design as well if you wanted to. Well done, I've got to move on because I've got so much more to fit in. But if I bring to you now some more bales, now the fluted bales I did in the silver were really popular. I'm going to bring you the gold ones now. Am I right in saying I've got gold chains coming up later, or have I made that up? I do. Gold plated chains I've got coming up for you later. Just wondering, in case you did want a little bit more gold in your life, a little bit more of that beautiful gold plating. So, I'm bringing to you 3 of these in your sterling silver plain pendant bales. These are a little bit more genteel, a little bit more delicate, a little bit more streamlined, let's say, than the fluted ones or the speckled ones we've seen, or the cut-out ones that we've seen of late. You are getting 3 of these in total, which very easily could be, of course, for 3 different gemstones. However, these easily could be a set of your earrings with maybe a matching charm for £4.95. There's not a huge amount that you need to do with these, although you can go really OTT. If you want to use these, maybe... which size would I go for? Probably that size I would go, would you? And this isn't even the largest size. You ready for an absolute whopper? They're huge, aren't they? These are coming up for you, your brand new striped agate in your dark rustic green. They're coming up brand new for you very, very soon. Also, up only about 15.5 minutes away. But also to remind you that I've got for you these wonderful nuggets that are just so exciting. I can't wait to bring you those, especially as one set is a satin selection of nuggets. Really lovely. They play with the light beautifully. Okay, rice pearls I've just heard. When we talk about rice pearls, we're talking about something which is interesting. Because I was just going to say, generally there's something that is drilled at the longest point. These ones actually aren't. These are top drilled. So you still get that elongation, but in a different direction. Top drilled you've got here. So these are going to act as droppers. The great thing about this is if you were to pair them with your beautiful white pearls that I did earlier on, because of where the drill line on these is, these naturally are going to sit slightly lower. So if you alternated these 2 strands, this is the one I brought you, the top one's the one I brought you earlier on, the bottom one's the one we're doing now. But if you put these alongside each other, because of where the drill line is in them, they are naturally going to give you this lovely undulation effect. These ones you've got here are your rice pearls, and you've got that lovely detail to them with them being the drops. It means that you add a little bit of oomph to them. We are doing for you right now genuine pearls. These are the real deal, and we're going under a tenner. In fact, we're going under 9, okay, for you today. We've gone under 8, £7.95. There is a lot of pearls on here, as you can see, because as I said, usually on your rice pearls, you'll be drilled at the longest point, meaning you're likely to get slightly less on a strand. These ones though, drilled at the shortest point, giving you that lovely dropping detail, which means that you're going to get a really intriguing look. If intrigue is your bag and you want something a bit different, remember we launched this brand new strand of your rose quartz for you earlier on, which is just glowing, giving you those cube effects. They have been very, very popular. So if you do want to pair them together, I would strongly suggest you get yourself on the phone or run to JewelleryMaker.com as well. It's up to you, whichever way you like to shop. Oh, that reminded me, I need to pick up an order. I ordered some amber. Yeah, I ordered some amber. It's very nice. Yeah, just reminded me. But yeah, £7.95 is your deal. And let me just show you it as well. Touching at the back, just so you get an idea of the length. Because as we say, there's loads of new people tuning in lately. Possibly because we've had that brand new, you know, if you're a new buddy, you get 2 free strands with your first order. Possibly also because people watched The Apprentice and thought, oh, shopping TV, I might have a look at that. Could be. Because the day after The Apprentice went out, we had so many new buyers in. We had loads. We had like 4 or 5 just in 1 hour on the mid-show. Yeah. Maybe Lord Sugar's giving you all an idea. Okay, let me move on. If you met Alan Sugar, would you call him Lord Sugar? Suppose you'd have to, wouldn't you? Oh, I don't know where I've put them there. More bales in sterling silver. Can I reach them? That'd be me thing. Hang on. Here we go, I've got them. These ones are your bales, perfect for your charms. These are very, very, very similar to the ones that you may well have seen being advertised on the Pandora website and adverts actually at the moment. They look quite similar in the sense of the finesse and finish to them. So this section here, this is the traditional way. By all means, completely ignore this. These are yours. These are to make as you wish to make with them. But traditionally, this main section here is what you will place, for example, your chain or your cord through, like that. And then on the bottom loop there is where you will add on your gemstone or your pendant or your cerulean or your charm or whatever you wish to have. So that traditionally is the way in which you would use them. Of course, it's totally up to you. This is quite a Thomas Sabo-esque, Versace-esque, Monica Vinader-esque open design. Those 3 designers, amongst others, are really focusing at the moment on this kind of use of void space as part of their design. So if you are someone who follows trends, or you are someone who kind of likes those big brands, or you know someone who does, and you're gifting for Christmas, this is a lovely way to use them in a slightly different way. At £6.95, remember that is for all 5 of these today. That has got to be a serious gram weight across the board on this. 3.20 grams I've got across the board on that. That really is something special, because you know full well that when you're adding weighty sterling silver to something, you are adding people's perception of quality. And at £6.95, again, we're not going to be breaking the bank on something like this. If you did just really simply want to add a little shepherd hook, for example, through this, there's nothing stopping you doing that at all. I did the findings pack for you earlier on, which was solid sterling silver again. Don't forget, you don't have to use solid sterling silver with solid sterling silver, but a lot of the designers out there would suggest that you do, purely because obviously you're sticking with the same quality. But they are. Pop something like that in. Obviously the sterling silver, so what I would do is just turn that loop to the side, which you can do because it's malleable enough. They are earrings, sorted. You don't have to go over the top. If there is someone who maybe in your family doesn't want anything too avant-garde in their jewellery, they like something very simplistic, this is the way you can create that really expensive and elegant look, but you've not broken the bank. £6.95. I've got another genuine gemstone for you now. This is a really different one. I think you're going to like this. If you're looking for something a bit unusual, then this is the one. Graduated gently, which we don't always get to see with your regular drops, but gentle graduation in your iolite. I love this kind of denim blue that mixes into this antique bronze colour. It's a really intriguing gemstone. If you've never seen this gemstone before, this gemstone back in ancient times used to be used as a directional tool, used to be used as a directional aid. What they used to do is they used to have a piece of this on their ships, and they would see the light, and depending on the colour that would remit through their gemstone, depending on the colour, would depend essentially on where the sun was and what direction they were travelling in. And that has been tested in more recent times, actually. People are flying planes using this to help them out. But that is what you will get from this. I'm not saying that, you know, if your sat-nav breaks down, you've got this, you sorted. But what I am saying is that, you know, it has the opportunity to almost change its colour to be really deep blue to more of a light blue, almost a golden blue. £3.95 for a natural Indian iolite. That is really something to remember. You have got something with such history, you've got something with real gravitas, you've got something that tells a story, you've got something here that has got beauty and quality with that kind of indigo colour. It's so wonderful to be able to, you know, work alongside this. Do grab it whilst you can. In particular, if you wanted to draw out more of those antique bronze colours to it, and maybe even add a little bit of order, how's about pairing it with bronzite? I really like, with bronzite, the sheen you get underneath the surface of this. There is something very, very luxurious about bronze, isn't there? There's that beauty of the bronze. As I said, I went to the Lady Lever Art Gallery the other day, and there are, you know, statues, and there are ornate frames, and there are so many, you know, really quite awe-inspiring, you know, historic pieces in this museum, as there are in many. And these are the kind of colours I see time and time again. It's got that beauty of the bronze, which makes you think expense. It's got that wonderful sheen, which you'll see better in real life. You can see it a bit on this recording, actually, in the speckles and the mottly sections, because it has that submetallic lustre. So because of that, you're getting this gloss, which again feels very revered, it feels very special. But also what you're getting with bronzite is you get this weightiness, which doesn't quite feel like much else. It's really only in the weight and the coolness of it, it's kind of only parallel to that of your pyrite, really. It's a divine strand, and for me, it's so unusual to be able to bring it to you, but I'm so glad that I am today, because we have brought to you recently more and more of the antiques bronze and more of the bare copper wire. This is a match made in heaven for either of those, and particularly when it's under a tenner. £9.95 for these ones today, and you're getting a lot on here. Every single one could be a beautiful drop down pendant for a lady or a gent, or a drop down charm for a lady or a gent, or a tie pin for a lady and a gent. You know, this kind of shape is so individual, it's so unique, it's extra versatile, and it's got that luxury and that onus almost of wealth alongside it, because you're getting those beautiful golden, bronzes, antique copper colours. Very pretty indeed at £9.95, and obviously, you know, do feel free to count at your own. Obviously, it will be different for each strand, but if you did want to count these up, you can see easily you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got to be getting at least 30 on this strand that I've got in front of me. In fact, 31. Told you, at least 30. 31 you are getting here in total, and that is a guaranteed 31 by all accounts. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, £9.95. And imagine stay. Imagine pairing it, because Mother Nature brings these colours together often, doesn't she? You think of the gravity and strength of a trunk, for example, of a tree, and then you get that wonderful greenery canopy over the top. Something like that together could work quite nicely, actually. And if you love the look of that agate, wait until you see its older siblings. Ho, ho, ho. This. And this. And this are coming up for you with the largest sibling of all. Genuinely, I honestly believe that is probably, I've probably done a handful of gemstones of this size all year. That's it, a handful of different gemstones, and this is one of them new today. But yeah, you've got all of those coming up for you after the break, because I'm diving on into my stretchy hour, which is where you will not only get gemstones perfect for your stretchy bracelet designs, you're also going to get the likes of your elasticity, which is a stretchy elastic so strong and goes through so much. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in a few moments.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We only have a couple of hours left of our under £10 day because it's today and today only. Tomorrow, new pastures, and it's all about creativity with our guest designers tomorrow. But yeah, under £10 day, today and today only. We have a couple of hours left. Already it's been very, very popular, and it is not going to change. I have got coming up for you a family. These are all coming up separate, so you can pick exactly how many of each size you want. Look at the quality. Look at the beauty. These are for you today, coming up individually. I'm going to start with the largest. Now, for me, what I was mentioned earlier on, and truly, I've been racking my brains in the break, I genuinely think probably a handful of gemstones this whole year have I brought to you in this size. A handful of rounds in this size. I'm you know, happy when I get to bring you 10 mils. That's quite unusual. 12 mils, very unusual. 14 mils. Almost unheard of. You have got serious sizeability with these, serious sizeability. And that is really useful and really important to remember, because obviously different gemstones will do different jobs, and different sizes in particularly will have a big impact on something. When you have something as sizable as this, you have something which for me will create a statement. You've got something that will turn heads. You've got something that acts as your centralized point. You've got something here which is very noticeable indeed. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the last few months of this year, and very much a trend that we are expecting to see throughout 2019, if the likes of you know, New York Fashion Week and Paris and London Fashion Week are anything to go by, and some of the catwalks and the designs that we've seen there, which is that jewellery is going extra, extra large. What we've got with you here is the sizeability of a trend. There are chunkier chains coming in fashion. There are big, eye-catching tassels and things coming in for 2019. Even prints on clothing are bigger and bolder than before. What we have here is that nod toward the trend, but in a genuine gemstone. So it's not something that's mass manufactured. It's not something which is, you know, sort of created and made, and then we have 10,000s of them shipped out throughout the country. These are all unique and individual, yet with that nod toward the trend. That big oversized statement trend. Handbags for 2019 are getting larger again. The likes of big chunky chains have been headlined as one of the fashion forward jewellery designs of 2019. It is going for 2019 extra large, oversized, impactful items if the catwalks are anything to go by over the last few months. So this really is your opportunity to get your foot in the door with something which is a nod toward the trend, but not trend specific. What I mean by that is, yes, it's sizable. Yes, it's an extra large strand in sizability, which is a big trend. But no, it is not so niche and so specific to a point that it goes out of fashion quickly. Does that make sense? You know, sometimes trends will come in and they kind of come in as quickly as they go out because they're so to a point. What I'm going to do for you now is bring to you special launch price item. But can I just remind you, launch price. Can I just remind you, 14 mil, one of the largest gemstone rounds we've brought to you all year. It is going under 10. for 520 carats worth of a genuine on-trend gemstone, £9.95. This kind of beauty and sizeability, even if the size trend, the extra large trend, is just a flash in the pan for 2019. You can always chop this up, take this apart, and actually be using these as your big individual pieces for further coming on gems, because it's one of those staple colours. This is one of Mother Nature's colours that is absolutely and completely sticking around. You have got, there's so many of you in for this. I just want to show you it in comparison to all your other strands, and if I remember, I will keep doing this throughout, but just so you can see the sizing variations we've got, and they are all coming to you. So you can now decide how many of each strand you want to purchase. What we're going to bring to you today is this collection here. I'm bringing you the largest right now, the biggest that we have, the 14mm size, £9.95. But in case you haven't, we've decided this evening that we are the Spice Girls and Tom. We want to give you a launch price offer on this. Now, technically, because it's under £10 day, of course we can't just stop there. But because this is brand new, because this is a launch price opportunity, and because we are kind of allowed to, we are going to take this further down than we should. Now that £9.95 is our guide price. I can only guarantee this for its first outing. I don't have to guarantee it any other time. £6.95 is actually your closing price point. Now I do have to say, and I'm sorry, I will say this a few times over, but it's a launch price, which means I do not, and I am not condoning nor guaranteeing that this will ever be seen at £6.95 again. Come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, outside of the live show, this will be £9.95. You have got to grab it whilst you have the opportunity. And can I just give you a little heads up about something else? If we're doing that price drop with this strand, do you think we're going to stay at the same price for all the others? Yes, we are. Don't count your chickens before they've been an egg. What is it? Before they've hatched. That's it.
Been an egg.
Before they've been an egg. I don't know, I don't make these things up. I mean, obviously I made that up, but I don't forget. Anyway, Diane, you're in. Carol and Isabel, Natalie, hiya to Karen and Catherine, hello to Graham. Hello to Jeanette, hello to Colin, hello to Catherine, Gertrude's in, hello Gertrude, and Susan and Wilkshire's in. I've got Christine and Katrina, I've got Donna, I've got Teresa, I've got a Lorraine, I've got a Dorothy, hello to Catherine, hello to Mary, I've got a Margaret in and a Pat in and a Karen, hello to, oh I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it's beautiful, hello to Fiona and to Linda. Well done to all the collectors, by the way. I haven't mentioned your collectors' locations, but there is Greater Manchester, there's a collector in London, there's a collector in Cheshire, there's a collector in East Riding in Yorkshire. Well done to you all. This is such an opportunity. I will just hold it up to my neckline. Someone's asked, not a problem. Let me hold it up for you without trying to hit my microphone. Look at that, that's touching at the back. That is absolutely beautiful. Isn't that fantastic? What a gorgeous look. And by the way, if you do want things for your stretchy bracelets, I've got your elasticity coming up in a bit. Can I also point out something really cool about this strand that I know you're going to love? The drill hole size on this is huge. Huge. This cord going through there, that's over a 1 mil, isn't it? Let's say 1 mil, let's play it down. But even then, look. Woo-hoo-hoo! The amount of cord you'll be able to get through there is epic. £6.95, I'm leaving that one with you because it is very, very popular. I'm going to bring you the size down on it now. So those ones are 14mm, the largest size. We are going to give you a special deal on this one as well. Just look how beautiful this is. It works so well with the other sizes. These ones, again, in your beautiful dark greens. We haven't actually spoken that much about the colour, but I do love this colour. There's something quite... right. It's Mother Nature. But also, it is a primary colour, isn't it? Obviously green. Well, it depends what kind of primary colour you're talking about. If you're talking about primary colour in the sense of painting, then no, it's not. Obviously, your primary colours are red, blue and yellow. But if you are into your photography and you're filming, then green is actually a primary colour. What you've got here is a real go-to colour because it's properly Mother Nature, you know. This is your different varieties of your leaves, your different varieties of your fauna, and it kind of takes you through the shades of that. We have got the arrows in, again, I do have to say this, but I am not guaranteeing that this is your, going to be repeated again. This is your premier price point. It's the first outing for it. Your price point today, £5.95. That price point, fab. It really, truly is. Let me just give these a little counter-rooney as well. To give you an idea, these are quite nice for a stretchy bracelet for size. I think so. 12mm. I mean, think about your big chunky knitwear. You want something big and chunky to go with them, don't you? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got about 17 at halfway point. So, you've got a fair few on there, mind. Altogether, yeah, you can do the math. Of course you can. 34, obviously. Yeah, you only know that because you used a calculator. I could hear you tapping away. £5.95. It really is a great deal. Do you know what? This was the colour of my school uniform. In fact, let me be more specific. Which one specifically? This colour was my school uniform colour. Yeah, that one there. With a tie. Now, what colour tie were you to make up your school uniform, put with that to make it classy? You might go blue. Blue might be quite nice, like a dark blue. That might be quite nice. Yeah, mine wasn't. It was maroon and yellow. Yeah, a bit unusual. I can't wait to see the green agate, Becky. Getting green ankle boots for Christmas. Oh, Dorothy, I love that. Green ankle boots, that sounds beautiful. Do you know what? I like that about Dorothy. She's not afraid of being a bit different. Because a lot of the time, if you're going to go for, like, you know, your boots, you're going to go for your standardised, aren't you? Your black or your brown. So that's kind of playing it safe. But has anyone seen that fizzy drink advert? They've got this new flavour, mango flavour, which in my opinion sounds disgusting. But I've not tried it, so I don't know. No, not them. Yes. Yeah. They've got this new advert where they try on like different outfits and they have this pop of orange, and it's got me thinking about that kind of pop colour. In one of those they wear a really nice bright boot. I love that Dorothy's already got in her mind these gorgeous little green ankle boots, and that she's going to be accessorising her jewellery with her boots. Now you can't say that everywhere, can you? Margaret, Alexandra and Natalie. Christine's in, as is Sarah. Pat is Beverly. Yes! Gosh, it's a good game this. It is a good game. Kerry, you are brilliant at this. We like to read out names to different songs, and at the moment we're in our festive feel of Jingle Bells. Kerry, you're very good at that. Gosh. B Diddy, you're meant to be named after the rapper of the team. Maybe we need to hand that over to Kerry now. Anyway, £5.95. That is your deal. Well done, under £10. And let me just show you it again, because I am going to keep showing you this, just so. There you go. Those two I've just done. I'm doing this one after. This one's coming up for you now. You have got 10mm on these ones. So this slightly more dainty and delicate, but actually still, when you consider, larger than our average sizes, aren't they? You have got your 10mm size, and you have got here really beautiful individual sizes that again are going to be great for your stretchy bracelets, but also going to be really good for your big necklace designs. So we've got here for you a big amount of kind of individuality. You've got that big amount of texture, you've got that beauty, and you've got that quality throughout. And you've got here 250 carats worth of your agate. We have got so many of you coming in for these ones this evening. I hope you're having a really good night. I hope you've had a fantastic first day to your week. I hope you've had a beautiful Christmas filled weekend. I most certainly did. Although I've still not had a mince pie. It's just made me think. Have you? You had one the other day? I've got some at home. I've got some short crust ones. Yeah, fancy. I know, yeah. When you roll your R's, it makes it sound more posh, don't you know? But yeah, I know I still haven't had one. Other than that, very Christmassy, and I hope you have too, and I hope the start of your week has been pretty pain-free. We have not got under £10 for you all week. In fact, it's only today, so make the most of it. It's £4.95. Again, I do have to say, for legal reasons, that I am not guaranteeing that you will ever see this strand at this price point again. It is a launch price offer. Basically, sometimes we will be given the A-OK to do a launch price offer because it means that you don't have to wait and wait and wait for, you know, a sale or whatever for it to be low in price point. All right, if you're very good at jingle bells, why don't you try the names with Good King Wenceslas? You don't know that song? Neither of you know Good King Wenceslas. Have you watched Love Actually? You know that bit where they're at the door and the two little kids, it's what's his name? Who's the main guy in Love Actually? There is a lot of people in it. Hugh Grant, 10 points, Maisie. Yeah, I love that. Hugh Grant goes to the door, doesn't he? And he's looking for Martine McCutcheon. And there's the kids there. And they go, "Oh, are you a carol singer?" And he goes, "No." And they go, "Oh, go on, mister, sing us a song." And he goes, "Okay." And he's got his big bouncer next to him. And he goes, "Good King Wenceslas looks out." And then he goes like his bouncer and he goes in all like, "Oh, do, do." That song. That's Good King Wenceslas. I've just done it and you weren't listening. Sorry, Carrie. You are very good at that. You're very good at these names, two songs. I love Good King Wenceslas. What's your favourite Christmas tune? All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yeah, it's a good one. My favourite Christmas... Merry Christmas, everyone. Do, 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 do. Kerry likes Destiny's Child, 8 Days of Christmas. Yeah, we've established that today. Yeah, no, it is a good one. I haven't heard that in a while, actually. Last one I've got to bring to you. I'll show you it. No, I've not heard it this year. I've heard it before. There you are. Let me show you them all together again. And then this is your final one. It's coming in next. Done this one, done this. So it went 14mm, 12mm, 10mm. This is your one coming up now. 6mm. 6mm now, your daintiest, smallest of the sizes, and what you have here is your beautiful, workable 6mm design. Oh my goodness, okay, right, this is a launch price off. I can't guarantee this again. This price point is going to knock your socks off. £1.95 for these ones. That is a fantastic strand. When these go up to their original price point, how much of this original strand is an original price point? £3.95, still a fantastic price point, but there, for me, I've taken this to half price for you. Half price today at £1.95. So many of you flying in on this. You have got a half price deal on there, and in fact, across the board pretty much, we have been giving to you discount deals unlike anything else. You have got something really good quality, you truly do, and you've got something really individual and unique, because every single one of these goodies is as unique, of course, as you are. You've got 80 full carats worth here. You've got lots of you in today. Hello to you all. It's great to have you on board. Middlesex, London, Hampshire, Essex, Cornwall, Kent, West Midlands, Herefordshire, Cheshire, you're in Bedfordshire. The people from all over. In fact, your names went off my screen quite a while ago. But if you do want to grab any of these goodies, let me just remind you of their sizes and what they look like. We have done them all, and I've done every single one of these at a launch price offer, so I will say it one more time just to cover my own back. All of these strands, these 4 strands that I've done today, are on a launch price offer only. That means that because this is their launch, we are able to give you a bit of leeway on price. However, it is for the launch and the launch only during the live show, and therefore I will not guarantee these prices at any other time. It is £1.95 you've got on the 80 carat. You also, that was the 6mm. This is the 10mm, and they had here as well. These ones were £4.95. Then we did one at £6.95, I think. And then this one here, obviously the largest, you're paying a bit more because you're getting a serious amount more of the carat weight, aren't you? How much? £6.95, £5.95, £4.95. £1.95. We've given you deals. I'll just sort of give them a little twisting together as well. Sorry if that's a bit noisy. Just so you could see kind of the different sizes and how they would work well together. Not that I'm necessarily saying that you might want to work all of these in together, but actually, how perfect would this be? Here we go. Maybe, let's say, 5 of the largest one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go down to these, 5 on each side. Then go down to these, 5 on each side. And then go to these, 5 down on each side. That look beautiful. That look really lovely. Or if you're not afraid of a big statement look, why not go for using the full strand of this as one layer, then the full strand of this, then the full strand of that. Maybe as a multi-layered necklace design. These ones at the moment on your screen are your 6mm, and as we said, they are perfect for you to get your hands on for the likes of your stretchy bracelets, which if you want to get your stretchy bracelets, I've got some goodies and elastics coming up for you. So I've got some real good goodies coming up for you this evening. I'm going to bring to you now, and do not forget your postage and packaging, which is £3.95, is capped today. And I'm saying that because, trust me, when you're holding all of these together, you'd be expecting, I don't know, it's not a million miles off the weight of the shoes, actually. Maybe £5 or £6 postage. Yeah, give your postie a tip, why not? You can make him a stretchy bracelet. My postie's a man. Is your postie a lady or a gent? Man. And what's his name?
I have no idea.
No idea, no. Do you leave your postie Christmas gifts?
No.
No. I'm wondering if this is just something that people on my street have made up. Yeah. Maybe we're just too nice in Cheshire, says B. Diddy. I don't know. Do you do that? Do you give your postie and your binman gifts? Or leave them a tip? And if so, how much do you tend to leave them? No one else on my team does it. Maybe it is just me. Okay, let's talk elasticity. What we have got here for you is one of the most loved products out there. We talk about stretchy bracelets, and we talk about stretchy bracelets quite often. But we maybe don't always explain exactly what a stretchy bracelet is. So let me briefly for a moment tell you. Get your elastic like this, which in this instance is clear, therefore it doesn't interrupt your gemstones that much, and it is an elastic, so it stretches. But unlike a lot of your elastics, it is completely rounded, so it goes through your gemstones. It's not flattened like maybe your elastic bands, and also it is created, in particularly in this with your beaded on elasticity, it is created to last. So if you imagine doing a circle of this, and putting your gemstones on there, for example these, do a little knot on the end which you can secure with a little bit of nail varnish or a little bit of glue if you want to. There you go, you've got a bracelet, for example, that doesn't need a clasp. It's easy, easy peasy. But you need the right type of elastic. You don't want to use like your knicker elastic. You don't want to use like your sewing elastic. You don't want to use your elastic bands. You need the right quality, and that is what we've got here. 25 meters worth of this, and we're bringing it to you, the very well-known name, that is your Beadalon, for £6.95. Now let me put it to you this way. Easily, from this kind of design, especially once you've kind of stretched it and you've used the knot perfectly, very easily, you are going to be able to get 5 bracelets out of a meter. So, 5 bracelets times 25, 125 bracelets approximately I'm going to be able to make from this. Now that really is very good. And you're not going to be breaking the bank, are you? This is so simplistic to be able to get. And our elastic here that we do at JewelleryMaker, our elastic that we tend to do here at JewelleryMaker, and I've got some coming up, but it's different strokes for different pokes, isn't it? Let me just show you the difference in thickness, because this is your 0.5. So, where's the end gone now? I've just had it. Come back here, you. Come back, here it is. Let me show you the difference. I know it's hard to see because it's clear, so do forgive me, but I'm trying. Here you go. So this is the thickness of the average. This is our everyday elastic that you usually get, you know, when you join us, when you get started. 0.8 approximately. This is the thickness of the other one, of the one that I'm bringing to you now, so it's literally at half the thickness. Let me show you to the side again. I know it's see-through, so it's really tricky. Sorry, I'm trying to give you an impossible shot here, Maisie. Sorry about that, my love. But you can see the difference in the thickness, can't you? The great thing about it being a 0.5 means that it's going to go through more. Oh, wow, really? Oh, I didn't know we did this anymore. Oh, this is gorgeous for your green agates. Did you get any agates before? I'm bringing you your elastic now, but it's in the black. Did you get these before? This is going to go great with them. Perfect. Oh no, I've got 39 now. Sorry, only 39. Here you go. Same sort of elastic, 0.5 in thickness. This time it is the black colour. Now the thing that's going to be great with these is, say you've got a gemstone that's maybe a little bit darker, you probably want to use a bit of a darker cording with it, just in case it is to be seen. You know, if you've got a knot in between and it's black, it kind of tonally is going to play in nicely. Also, this I would say is going to be great, maybe, obviously I can't guarantee this just because, you know, my eyesight's not, you know, horrendous. I would imagine that if your eyesight isn't, you know, that great, surely it's going to be a bit easier to thread with black than it is clear now. I mean, I could be entirely wrong with that, as I say. You know, I don't have my eyesight's okay, but I would imagine it would be a lot easier. This is again still stretchy. Really lovely bounce to that, which just keeps coming back. You can see it's not stretching out further and further each time. Goodness, I didn't even know we still did this. You are getting 5 meters worth at £3.95, and this is your black. So again, it's going to go great with your different gemstones, great with your darker gemstones possibly, great if you maybe wanted to use this through even a translucent gemstone, such as, I don't know, some sort of rutile, for example. You are going to get that character running through the center of it as well. This is a beautiful quality that you've got here. It almost makes it, because it's black, it almost makes it look more like a threaded corded material, but it's got that bounce to it. 0.5 at £3.95. These are gonna go fantastically with so many different gemstones. Wow, I think that's beautiful. Really, really cool. I love that. Let me show you with something quite rustic as well. These remind me of our nucleated pearls. You know, when we get nucleated pearls and they're not completely smooth, are they? Our nucleated pearls aren't completely smooth. Our natural metallic colour aren't. They have a bit of character to them. They have a bit of individuality. This is very, very, very similar to that. But these ones are your shell pearl. I think these are really a relatively new acquisition to us. What you're getting with them is this delicate, how would you describe that colour? Is it lavender? Seems a little bit more genteel than that to me. It's got a lovely sort of lilac kind of lavender colour. very muted, almost like a dusky lavender colour that we're getting here. It's quite vintage, it's quite ethereal. You are getting the two different sizes, your 8mm and 6mm. I'm talking faster because you're already coming through. So you're all flying in for these ones as well. Maybe you're going to be pairing them with your agates, who knows? Probably because you can see the price actually. 2 strands, I keep having to remind myself, it's under £10. I've only got an hour left, an hour and a half left of the final, of the under £10 day today. Remember, tomorrow isn't under £10, it's not clearance, it's a design theme led tomorrow. £5,095 for that one. Great. But for 2, sensational, £5,095. Do your stretchy bracelet with these. Maybe using the clear, or if you wanted to add a little bit gravitas, using the black with it. Stretchy bracelet, maybe alternating the design. Because this is your 0.5 in thickness, which it says there, 0.5 in thickness as opposed to the usual standardised 0.8, then this is likely to go through these and possibly even some of your real pearls, which is incredible to be able to see. So that elasticity is still available if you wish to grab it. Plenty of you in. Well done to you all. It's lovely to see you all. You're all in with us today. You are getting them for £5.95. I genuinely think the colour of this is very luxurious. Do you? It feels very expensive to me. There are certain colours, and again this could just be me, there are certain colours that don't feel expensive, there are those that do. For me, for example, if you think of a really primary colour yellow, and a really primary colour red, and a really primary colour green, they feel like kind of everyday colours because we're brought up on them, aren't we? You think of, you know, toys when you're younger, they will often be in those primary colours because as young people, we are attracted to their simplicity but also brightness. So for me, it feels like those kind of primary colours are everyday colours. Ones like this that are a little bit more subdued, especially with the texture that these bring to you, feel more expensive. £5.95 though, they're not. So well worth getting your hands on. I'm going to do you another bundle now if I may. This is another 2 strands. Perfect for your stretchies because of the size of them. Stretchy bracelets often are in rounds. They don't always have to be though. In fact, I've got something to prove my point coming up shortly. These ones are perfect rounds you've got here. Both of them are a jasper. They're just different varieties of jasper. So you've got your So Delight light jasper. You've also got your intense rich red jasper on these ones. Your blue jasper is 90 carat worth strands, entirely and absolutely natural all the way from India. You've also got 9 carats coming across on the red jasper strand. These ones are 6mm. I've got 2 beautiful strands here that are epic for your bracelets. I'm taking them both under a £5, not each. Together, £4.95. That means that we are looking at approximately £2.50 per strand. Now just remember, not that long ago, I'm only talking a year or so ago, that actually what we've got is that kind of £6.95 minimum for an individual strand. £4.95 is astonishing. It really is a brilliant chance for you to get it. It truly is. And if I twist them in together again, you can see how individual they could look. I'm not afraid of working those ones in together. To me, to be honest, I think I'd be using one kind of individually and separately. I would be using definitely both of them in a stretchy bracelet because of their sizes. I think they'd look beautiful as that kind of stacker design. I think it's going to be absolutely epic for that kind of look. Can I just show you it with the green as well? I mean, I could be totally wrong here, but I'm just thinking because it's 6mm. Oh, I don't do the excited Furby noise for anything. You thought it was a pigeon? Oh. Oh, yeah, no. No, sorry, it's a Furby. Sorry, yeah. The 90s are calling. They want their reference back. I'm aware of that. I used to love a Furby. Wasn't it weird they used to shove your finger in its beak to feed it? And you turn it upside down to make it go to sleep. Yeah, I never thought of that. How odd. Anyway, which one? I love these. How much are we going to on these, B? I have a feeling you're going to adore these. Let me show you this one first. So again, a little bit like the muted lovely lavender collection I did earlier on. I've got this. Beautiful, delicate, genteel textures. It's gorgeous. Love that strand. Absolutely beautiful. Quite modern. Nice bit of a twist. Wait for this though. I think everyone in our team's going to love this. I think that is such a beautiful individual. I feel like the beauty and the seamless nature of the silver brings out even more of those almost petrol colours. You know when you see like oil on water? It's almost those kind of colours that you're getting. You have got here a really standout pairing. I think if you've got anyone in your family, oh, I found out something interesting today, which I'll tell you in about a second, but I think if you've got anyone in your family who's maybe a little bit of a trend follower, you know, and they want something a little bit different, a little bit out there, that may be a little bit more modern, then this is definitely the one for you. I heard, oh, I'll tell you the price first. I love the peacock pearls you're getting here. Your beautiful peacock shell and your textured shell. 2 strands, 1 big bold look, 1 tiny, tiny price. £5.95 is your final closeout price on these ones today. I think they genuinely work so wonderfully in together. I really do. I would be very happy to wear these. I really would together. I think they're gorgeous. I really, truly do. I have a question for you because I'm almost positive that every single one in my team is a millennial. I am correct, aren't I? Yeah, you're all millennials. I heard today that 41% of millennials would ditch Brussels sprouts for their traditional Sunday lunch. Do you agree with that? There's a yes. There's an I like them. Maisie really likes them as well. So you're in the 41%. I'm a fan of a Brussels sprout, but this is the bit a Brussels. Can't even. I don't. Me and Brussels sprouts are so close. I get to call them Brussels. But yes, but the weird bit, that wasn't the bit that confused me, because I understand that Brussels sprouts are a bit hit and miss. The bit that did confuse me is 41% of millennials said that they would rather take out Brussels sprouts and swap them, remember, for their traditional Christmas lunch, for an avocado. I don't even understand how avocado would fit in with a turkey or beef or whatever you have. I can't compute it. I love an avocado, but not in a Christmas lunch. Like goose with guacamole. Anyway, just fun things that you hear and that just log into your brain. They are doing their Brussels sprout favourite crisps as well now, aren't they? I haven't found them yet, so I do want to try them. Oh, there are so many of you in on these ones. It's so good to have you on board. Thank you for joining us this evening. I have only got about an hour and a half left of your under £10 day, so do make the most of it whilst you can. This is nice. Really nice. Do you make this, Bea? You're good, you are. These feel really different. This is your double trouble. This is your double trouble. What you've got here is that beauty and that graduation, but also the feel. Now, we don't always talk about the feel and the touch of a gemstone because obviously, you know, you're watching me through a screen. It's hard for you to sort of compute. But honestly, get these home to appreciate the feel of them because it almost has this satin-like effect, which feels really lovely against the skin. It's very tactile. 30-day money-back guarantee. Just get it home just to see how it feels. What I've got here for you is your double trouble, and you're getting a 170 carats worth across these 2 strands. And you've got graduation on this as well. This could be 2 necklaces. This is a necklace for you and your best friend maybe, or maybe you and your partner. This is a beautiful piece of jewellery that you can split up and use individually together. Maybe, for example, you want to take off the long sections of the 5mm off each side, make them into a couple of bracelets, and then use the centralised sections to do a really nice graduated neckline piece. Whatever you do with them, make sure you get them, because at this price, I would honestly, hand on heart, expect to be able to buy one of these. trying to think actually, last time I've seen a strand like this, because also remember this is your snowflake obsidian. Every single one, like a snowflake, is completely and absolutely unique. This kind of colouring you're getting is mainly due to that of kind of volcanic activity and the way in which these are formed in that molten lava. It is something that is shaped by Mother Nature's events. You know, this is something that is shaped by history, by its individuality. And I have accidentally, purely due to my own strength, taken one off the end. But what that means I can do is I can show you the drill hole on these. How big would you expect a drill hole to be? What size wire would you expect to be able to get through a 5mm? 0.25, maybe? 0.4 at a crunch. This is a 0.6. Look at the size. Easy peasy. Room to park a car in there. I mean, a very small one, but you know, what I'm trying to say is sizable. 1mm you could get through that, I would suggest. Now that is fantastic because if you did want to do, say, a graduated stretchy bracelet, I've just brought you 0.5 thickness in elasticity, remember? So they'd work perfectly together, especially the black one with this. That's going to look lovely. Oh, oh yeah, no, I was about to speak then and I didn't need to. I'm bringing you another bundle now that are going to be perfect to finish off your stretchy bracelets, because what you may or may not know is a lot of the time when we'll bring you a stretchy bracelet, we will tie a knot in the end, obviously, to wrap it off. And just to let you know, the elasticity packs do tell you on the back a good way to tie that knot. And we will then want to cover that knot, and a lot of the time we will cover it with our spacers because the aperture tends to be larger than that of our gemstones. So if you imagine a knot being hidden in one of these, and then a lot of our guest designers will tell you to flood these beads with a little bit of glue, a little bit of jeweller's glue, so that they stay beautifully sturdy. That is going to give you longevity of design, but also strength to your design, and because these are precious metal, luxury to your design as well. Oh, stop! Oh, we have a lot of our guest designers. We're not bringing back the me dropping things count. I have got for you here something that a lot of our guest designers, I'm thinking actually of Fleur Hastings. Fleur, our guest designer, works on, she has her own website where she makes and sells her jewellery. She has her own company, and she has actually got there at the moment bracelets just used of solid sterling silver spacers like this. And they vary in price, they're very affordable. Very affordable. Stretchy spacers, you've got your rose gold and silver coloured brass rib spacers at £9.95. As I'm mentioning, you know, the lovely Fleur who does hers, she'll do hers in sort of solid sterling silver often. It's not all she works with though, of course. We know Fleur for working with copper as well as other metals. But yeah, you get that kind of look with these, and you get it very, very affordably. You are getting 30 of the silver plated and 30 of the rose gold plated, so you've got 60 here in total for £9.95. That is a really good price for something that we need. And speaking of Fleur, let me bring you some jump rings. You know how Fleur Hastings, our guest designer, will pop a jump ring in a stretchy or in between. You may well have seen quite a few of our guest designers do this actually, don't they? They will have, say, a bracelet on, and it will be gemstone, and then sort of a slither of metal, and then gemstone slither of metal. Those slithers of metal are created using these jump rings. Now we have got here 4mm, and we've got your 5mm jump rings. So it depends on your size of gemstone, dependent on what jump ring you will use. For me, on my smallest ones here, I'm going to be using my smallest jump ring, which, as I said, is the 4mm. And then on my slightly larger gemstones, such as these ones, remember all of these agates I'm showing you now launched. They go from the smallest size of 6mm up to a 14mm. They launched earlier on, all of them at launch price offers, I don't have to guarantee again. But yeah, and then maybe use your larger jump rings to space out the individual, the larger ones. It's up to you how you use them. They can just be for chainmail, which is where you get a lot of these and you put them together in different formats, let's say, to get beautifully finished pieces. £6.95, and that is for 200 of each size, not 200 in total, 400 in total, 200 of each size. So 200 of your 4mm, sorry, 200 of your 5mm. By the way, these are the new size, so they're all judged on their internal diameter. So these are actually really big jump rings that you'll get in here, and you can use these in different patterns and in different ways and in different guises to finish off your designs. I'll just show you the difference in their sizes as well. Oh, I've done that the wrong way around. But there you go, just to show you. And the difference in sizes that you've got there. It does make a really big difference, those different apertures. I'll budge that one up to give you a bit of an idea. But yeah, it does make a difference. You might think 1mm hardly makes any difference, but remember, it's your internal diameter, so it does make quite a difference. £6.95, and you've got that for all 400. Moving on to amethyst now, a birthstone, of course. So already, when we think of birthstones, we are not expecting an under £10 mark, because when we're dealing with a birthstone, let me put it this way. A birthstone is a birthstone because many, many moons ago, a couple of companies got together and told us it was our birthstone. Now, there is a lot of promotion that goes into birthstones, and that is not just, you know, sort of in the jewellery industry, actually. It's also in the crystal industry. The crystal industry will have, and you'll probably have seen this yourself, you'll be able to go into crystal stores where there's man-made crystals, and they will be like a purple colour. And it'll say, you know, like amethyst colour, February's birthstone. The crystal itself isn't, it's the gemstone that is. Now, these big companies, these big industries have made these your birthstones, because they know that they can recoup the money from that prestige. And what I mean by that is, because amethyst is a birthstone, it's a very popular, well-known birthstone, normally you would expect to pay a lot more. This strand, if I were to bring you this at £11.95 any other day, I'd be very happy. Today, I'm bringing you this for £9.95, which to me is already a £2-3 discount. Already you've got that there, but you've noticed it. I'm bringing its partner as well. Yep, I am getting something so special. You really are. You are getting 2 full strands, 2 lengthy full strands of your amethyst, and quality amethyst too. Let me just show you it against the white, and I'll hold one out and leave one flat. But look, you've got light that travels through these. They're not totally opaque and flat and dull. They've got personality, they've got pizzazz, they have got that famous, well-known amethyst colouring to them, but not just that. 2 strands, £9.95 from Zambia. Zambian amethyst. Yep, Zambian amethyst for you today. Natural, 2 strands, £9.95. That is incredible. That truly, honestly, and absolutely is. Let's say you have to do stretchy bracelets with this, and let me just have a nosy. I'd put your 0.5 through it, and I'd probably put your clear through it, because these have clarity to them. But if I were to see a stretchy bracelet filled with genuine amethyst for a tenner, I would not buy it. I would think it was fake. So let's say £20 for a fully amethyst stretchy bracelet. I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy. Let me see how many bracelets I get, stretchy bracelets for myself. 1, 2, 2.5, which means across the board I would get approximately 5, wouldn't I? Yeah. So we're looking for a solid, genuine, real, filled with natural Zambian amethyst bracelet for what, £2? That's right, isn't it? That's incredible. That's incredible. Sell them on for 20 each. Job's a good one. And everybody's going to know them and recognise them. There are certain gemstones that need a bit of a finesse and a bit of a sell. I bet that 99% of your customers will know this gemstone, so the job's done by itself. Huge, well done. They are really long strands, you're right. Sorry, I'm talking about the length. I've got completely distracted. What did you say? Oh yeah, the threading packs. Here we go. We need threading packs, we don't get to see them all the time. I'm just going to chat to my producer for a second. You can feel free to ignore me if you want. Basically, you know number 31? Have we got that for tomorrow? Can I show it? Okay, I've got a launch gemstone that we were going to play tonight, but it's not under £10. So we're playing it tomorrow on the mid-show. I'll show it you in a bit. Threading pack I've got for you now. Super Silver Essential Threads you've got here. Now this is just one threading pack, but I'm bringing you 2 of everything. So you're getting 2 of your beautiful quality pieces. You have got here 2 of the bag, 2 of your beading threads, 2 of your elastics, and 2 of your monofilaments. These words might mean nothing to you right now, but basically you will thread your gemstones onto them. So if you want something very strong and clear, that is sturdy, you go for your monofilament. It's a little bit like it's like a fishing line. If you want something that has a bit of a metal to it and therefore is very, very sturdy but also sits a little bit differently, has a little bit more sturdiness to it, you go for the beading thread, otherwise known as tiger's tail amongst other things. And if you want something that stretches to do the likes of your stretchy bracelets, you go for the elastic. All of these, you're getting 2 sets, as I said, £5.95. I thought we used to do these for £5.95 individually, or was it £4.95 we did it for? £4.95? But you are getting 2 sets, so you're getting 2 of the tiger's tail, 2 of the elastics, 2 of the monofilament, 2 of the gifting bags for £5.95. And just to remind you, the monofilament alone, that has 80 metres worth on. But you're getting 2 sets of it, so you know you really are adding up there. I do have more to fit in, so we've only got about an hour and 15 minutes left of this entire under £10 live day. So please, 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 please do dive on in, and I will show you that launch, Strandom launching tomorrow in a bit. Before it, Swarovski. Oh, these are beautiful. I love the Aurora Borealis ones. I'm just going to grab a couple out of each if I may, just because there's so many in here. It'll take me forever to get them all out. Here we go. Let's have a nosy. You've got your lavender, you've got your deep rich mulberry, you've also got your wonderful Aurora Borealis, and you've got that rich blue. Now I'm bringing to you 5 of each of these. These are fantastic if you're going to be using them, for example, in your beading thread, in a bracelet, as a centralized focal. They're going to look beautiful. This is genuine, real deal Swarovski crystal that we're dealing with here. Again, it's another name that everybody knows. You know, there's pretty much every single city that I probably have ever been to will actually have a Swarovski branch of some sort. You know, even talking of the likes of Vegas, they have a huge one in Vegas, Manchester, Chester, which is where I live as well, that, you know, they'll have them. So near and far you will know the name of Swarovski. It is known for exactly what you get in here. Sparkle, twinkle, Aurora Borealis detail. You've got that beautiful rainbow quality here. You've got that beauty and luxury of that sparkle on the surface, but also that wonderful quality throughout and internally inside. You've got all of these quality pieces. We have got, sorry, 6 of each I said, but there is 5 of each I said. There is actually 6 of each. I've just been made aware by the graphics. And your price is £8.80. Swarovski Stretchy, perfect for you to use those ones as your Swarovski Stretchy. Bracelets, you can use them in your stretchy bracelets, but of course with your beading thread they're going to be great as well. These would be lovely to do a knot and to actually again pop into there. It's going to be fantastic. £8.80 today for your Swarovski Stretchy collection, and you have got serious glamour and glitz and eye cleanness with all of that beauty of that fiery rainbow nature that you're getting to them too. Nothing stopping you. Again, which size would I go for? Maybe? Actually, do you know what? I'm changing my mind on this. I'm going, oh wow, yeah, I prefer that myself. These are your cubes of rose quartz that I launched for you at a launch price offer this evening. If you do want to get your hands on this, you want to find out more about it, JewelleryMaker.com has all the information and final price that we closed at during the live show. Obviously, if you're watching on the repeat, I can't guarantee that. It's always worth a double check of what it says when the graphics come up. But yeah, with this one, it is beautiful, real intense quality. And what you've got here is that glitz, glamour, glow. And you can also call the call centre as well if you wanted to. And if you do call the call centre, then just ask them for the brand new rose quartz cubes that the mid-show brought, and they should know exactly what you're talking about. £8.80. Oh, look at that recording. Oh, it's a Bobby Dazzler. It's nice, that. But this is what Swarovski's known for, isn't it? It's that sparkle and that shine that you're seeing underneath the surface. And can you see like the sort of rainbow colours? When we see rainbow colours like that in diamonds, we refer to it as a fire, this kind of luminosity, almost like a splitting of light. And Daniel Swarovski, who created Swarovski, funnily enough, the brand as we know it, these kind of crystals, was looking to recreate that. And that's what it was completely able to do. If you have just tuned in, this hour has really been dominated by our looking at beautiful, effortless pieces of jewellery. And we brought to you your stretchy hour. I brought to you your elasticity, which we don't get to see that often. Both of them in the 0.5 thickness, so they're going to go through your gems. These are the codes on them. If you want the black, it's DOBN48. If you want the clear, then it's TABN29. But yeah, you have got here 0.5 on each. But if you do want to, stock up on things like this, it's the perfect evening to do it. Now, just lobbed that on the floor. Sorry, Tom. I'll pick it up in a bit, won't I?
I've got it.
You got it. We have got oodles more coming up for you. I will just let you know, it's my final hour of under £10. So don't go anywhere. Nugs at 9 coming up in a minute.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Our JewelleryMaker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people. Love JewelleryMaker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the JewelleryMaker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
The JewelleryMaker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to JewelleryMaker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
These are stunning. Honestly, beautiful. Don't get me wrong, nuggets aren't my go-to shape. They're not my go-to shape at all. My creativity doesn't work that way. With a bundle like this though, this is the type of bundle I would buy, even though nuggets aren't my go-to shape. And that is me speaking from the gemstone lover point of view, but also the creative point of view. As a gemstone lover, and through the training I have been through, I have been taught to look for certain things. And every single one of those things I have been taught to look for, I have got in this collection. I have got the clarity and unusual tonality coming through in your beautiful smoky quartz. I have got that myriad of colour that literally I'm not even moving my hand, and those blues and greens, you cannot stop firing through the labradorite. It is divine, even on the recording. Enjoy that. Stunning. But as well as that, you've also got that intensity, that rambunctious colour of a hot right now gemstone that is garnet. Garnet is one of the hot gemstones right now, really is a talking point. It often gets to a talking point around about this time of year because that beautiful, rich, intense sort of claret Pinot Noir colour is very on trend for the festive season, but also, of course, it's not a million miles away to January's birthstone. What I am looking at here, as I've said, is that gemstone quality that you've got here of what I am looking for. Nugget galore is not just about shape, it is also about the gloriousness of these gemstones, with that incredible quality coming through on that smoky quartz. Totally eye clean. As well as that, you've also got that beautiful density of the claret beauty shining through on that garnet, and it is like just on that cusp of the purple red, but it is very, very, very intense. It's really deep and beautiful. And as well as all of that, you've got the labradorite, which truly, if I just fold this up again, you can see the colours on that are not quitting. I do not get to see purples, pinks, greens in one gemstone of labradorite often, but I have. I am bringing to you not just high, epic, beautiful quality, I am bringing to you sorry. Okay. My producer is B Diddy this evening. So usually my producer on the late show is Wayne. I've got my gorgeous friend B Diddy. Myself and B Diddy, you know, we have worked together for quite some time. And B Diddy is known for her epic bundles. She does price discounts unlike anybody else. What we're about to do in the price point of this is completely on B Diddy's head. completely. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Now, you can always tell, because we here at JewelleryMaker are a JewelleryMaker family, and we always say that, and it is absolutely true. Obviously, you will naturally sort of, you know, you have your teams that are a family as well. Now, B Diddy is technically not part of my team at the moment. She's on the other shift side. But because myself and B and Corey are friends and we have history, normally if a producer did this price point, I would say, I would name them out and say, management, it's nothing to do with me. I am so wholeheartedly on board with this. Yeah, if this was a show with Wayne and he did that price discount, I'd be going, management. No, I would never send an email dobbing someone in it. Never, ever, ever. No, I'm not that person. And no way. I have got for you quality, beautiful, intense gemstone. We have got not just brilliant, beautiful quality, we are giving to you epic amounts around about a metre on each strand for £9.95 for the quality and beauty and usage you've got here. Just well done. Thank you, B Diddy, producer B. You have done that is an incredible, incredible price point, an incredible opportunity. You have got something so sublime here. You truly, truly do. It's incredible. That is a phenomenal opportunity for what you've got here. I'll give you the full stats on it. 168 carats worth on the labradorite. You've got 98 centimetres. You also had 185 carats worth on the smoky quartz, of which are up to an 8x4, and you've got 84 centimetres worth on that one. And you've got 215 carats worth of your red garnet, and that is again 84 centimetres worth. There is a big, big, big amount you're getting in here, a big amount, a big luxury quality amount, and it is £9.95. Should have been just shy of £18 for the qualities you're getting here. Honestly, head over heels with this one. I really, truly am. It's so intense. It really, truly is. I just love them together. I would use them separately. I'm seeing Trees of Life, a little bit like Katie did this afternoon. Obviously, she did it over a cabochon. But it's quality and beauty that you've got here, which I just think is so rich and intense. It's incredible, that that price point. A massive, 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 massive well done to one and all of you on that. I think it's going to look great, no matter kind of, you know, whether you're doing it quite an ornate Tree of Life, or a bracelet, for example. A memory wire bracelet's going to be great with this. They're flying out the door. You'll be glad to know I've got decent quantity of this, but I am still going to leave those final few with you, just because if everyone were to check out now, I would be nosing towards my last chance saloon. So a real good look on that one, because that is truly one to take the chance on. It really is. Let me show you here too. Oh, these are stunning together. Look at how incredible this is. Your fabulous fluorite. Have you noticed that each of these is very, very individual because of that finish? Is that easy for you to see at home or not? I can't really tell. Let me, I know this is a totally different gemstone and it may or may not make sense, but let me show you with peridot. Just look at the gloss. I know it's a different gemstone and everything, but basically these are satin finished, the fluorite. Can you see that? Isn't that magical? So, we don't get to see the satin finish, honestly, that often, and yet you've got it along the full extent here. So you're getting your more nugget designs, you're also getting your chip designs in here. Hang on. You're getting two, I see, you're getting two of the fluorite nuggets, the double stranders, and then you're getting one of the larger ones. These are kind of your chips and nuggets, let's say. Those ones are your large ones in the centre there, can you see? Slightly different stranding. So we have got here, if these were to be individual strands, which obviously they are, 5 strands worth of satin finish. It feels different. It feels different. It looks different. This gemstone, once revered as being, as said to be the most colourful mineral on the planet, and what you get with this gemstone is a glow. Now, riddle me this. If you've got a gorgeous inner glow and the outside isn't as high shine as you would normally expect, what do you think is going to happen? Because my estimation would be that the internal glow is more powerful, isn't it? Because you've got that on the inside. See what I mean? We have got something beautiful. I'm ignoring that price because it's about to go away. £12.95 reduced to £9.95. Now, let me just remind you, this is as an ish. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could easily make another bracelet there. 5, 10. So that's 10 bracelets because they're the same strand. 10, 11 bracelets, easily 12 bracelets. Easy peasy, 12 bracelets you can make from this. At £9.95 for 12 bracelets, you're looking at less than £1 per bracelet. Fabulous fluorite. You have got here something very special, something really high quality, something very individual, and today at £9.95 we are so not stopping there. We're not. Remember, it started off at just close to £13. Today though, £9.95, I don't think so. We're reducing it, we're dropping it down. You ready for this? £7.95 is your closing deal. Should have been just shy of £13. You've got £7.95. All of the discounts that I'm doing for this under £10. And just to let you know, I've only literally got like 50 minutes left of this under £10 day because we're on the live show. That's all you've got, because tomorrow is a different theme. Tomorrow in the mid-show I've got the lovely Gemma Crow. We've got these new lab slabs and this multi-tiger's eye stuff. It's really lovely, multicolours, really unique and individual. You have got £7.95 on this for you today. That is something so individual, so special and so eye-catching. Use them individually, use them all together. Let me show you with the peridot. I've got this gorgeous strand coming up that I've not seen before, I don't think. I'm going to show you with in a minute. But you see how we've got, you know, 50 shades of green here? How's about I add a bit of gravitas? Wit. Woo. That's coming up for you in a bit. I'm going to do your peridot for you now. Well done to everyone on that fluorite. That fluorite and that mega bundle of nuggets, honestly, price point wise, I'm not allowed to talk to you about things like cost price and staff cost, but truly on both of those, you got yourself a sensational deal. So a huge well done to you. Okay, let's bring you some peridot now in your gentle and small nuggets. Small but powerful, because with peridot you get a zip and a zing of colour. Nah, interesting. I was going to be talking about this colour actually, because this colour is really individual. It's almost more of your USA colouring. South African peridot, not something we get to see that often. Shanghai, yes. Hunan, yes. American, yeah. Actually South African though, very individual, yet still you get that very American green on green tone. So if you're someone who likes peridot but you don't necessarily want the lemon acid, sort of acidic colour in the background, this is the one for you to go for. Very unusual for us to see this kind of quality and this kind of openness for under a tenner, especially as it is of your peridot. That gemstone all the way from the mantle of the earth. I don't have much time left on this live under £10 day, so if you do see something you like, make sure you're reacting to make the most of those discounts. You've already paid your £3.95 postage, so make the most of it, because that's your postage for the day. £4.95 for these ones. You've got 40 full carats worth here, and again, I mean, I could be going a bit far here, but brand new. Brand new quality, never before seen, brand new strand, launched today, launch price offer, it's coming in at the bottom of your screen actually. But I love those two together. I think they are exceptional together. I really do. I think they've just got this, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, almost like a floral scene, you know, a floral scenic detail and design that you've got here. They work beautifully together, and it's in at the bottom of your screen. There you go, your rose quartz, £9.95. I did as the launch price on that one today for you, £4.95. Well done. I'm moving on. 4 chains. Now, I don't have them next. Well, what number? Are they in a number? Then next to me. Tom's bringing them out to me now. Whilst you're here, how's your evening? Are you having a nice time? I hope you're having a really lovely day. It's Monday, and obviously Mondays maybe aren't always the day that you relish the most because you've had a beautiful weekend. But I hope it's been good and nonetheless. And what I'm offering to you now may well add a little bit of a smile if you love your retail quartz, because let's face it, we don't get to see it often. This is a really individual rutile quartz. So you get your genuine real deal clear quartz, and it has these rutilations internally. A lot of the time you will be trained when you're looking for a gemstone to look for clarity. That's how I imagine people, you know, when people tell you things that are over and over again, it's a bit sort of boring. Look for clarity. We want clarity in our gemstones. Get a diamond, you want clarity. Get an amethyst, you want clarity. Get a quartz, you want clarity. Rutile saw those rules and stomped on them. Actually, with a rutile, what you want is personality. You want individuality, you want texture and detail, and these like shard like natures that run throughout. And if I hold a bit out, you might be able to see it even better. There you go. And that is exactly what you've got here. If you like Dalmatian jasper, you're going to love this strand, especially as it's like Dalmatian jasper, but it's got clarity, and especially if you're a bargain hunter, because I'm doing it for under £6. Fine, under 5. No, under 3. £2.95 is that deal. If this were £5.95 though, you'd think it were a bargain, wouldn't you? You would. You truly would. It's a genuine gemstone. It's real. It's not natural. It's not fake. You know, I've not been, I don't know, boiling down sugar to make sugar cubes and then colouring them in with black pen to make this, you know. That would be ridiculous. But this is an incredible chance to do it. £2.95 for you. I think that is a really very, very good deal for something that is so individual, so unique. I think whether you're 7 or 77, you'd be happy to wear this. I also think if you were, you know, female or male, I think you could wear this. What are you wanking that jig at for me? Where is it? I don't know. I saw it in that box. It wasn't in this hour, but it was in that box, but I just saw the packaging. I don't know. I haven't played it or anything. Sorry, we're trying to find something. Something's gone walkies. Walkies! Oh no, sorry if your dog has just looked at the television now and it's done that weird ear tilt thing. You know, when dogs go, oh? Sorry. Accidental. Accidental. £2.95. Well done to you all. And if you do like a little bit of earthy, maybe not the largest one, maybe not the 14mm, though actually one of them, bit different. Anyway, those brand new agates are still available at their launch price, but only for a few more hours. Yes, I am ready to move on when you are. I adore these. I'll be honest with you, when you described them to me earlier on, I didn't know what to expect, because my producer sort of schedules all the things for the shows, and she sort of said to me, oh, I've got some gold chains coming up for you later, base metal gold chains, gold plated, and I just expected a little length of chain, little length, yeah, like the 50cm ones we get in our findings packs. I just expected 4 of those. I did not expect 4 fully finished, beautiful quality chains like this. It's just beautiful. The weight of them is gorgeous. Maisie, my love, I promise I won't move my hand. If you do me a favour and just hand me that white bust there that's got that necklace on, do you mind? Yeah, that one. Thank you, sweet pea. I've got for you here this divine chain. And it really is just everything about it I love. I love the richness of that gold colour. I love how intense the linkage is on this. I really appreciate that it's got the clasp and that it's got the extender on, which is about a 2-inch extender there. You can see it's the extra long extender. But also, I'm adoring that this is a 24-inch. So I can go from 24 to 26 inches on this necklace. So that is a really big difference. Now, with something like this, I think it's beautiful just as is as a necklace. But of course, you have got the opportunity here to add on all of those charms you've got, all of those gemstones you've got, all of those, you know, rich, like, you know, the 3D spaces we've been doing lately. These ones are going to be perfect. Just look at how gorgeous that is. And not only do they all come completely... Just look how that light works, blimey. Not only do they come completely finished, as in I haven't just put that clasp on the extender, it came like that. Not only is that absolutely stunning, but you've got that luxury look. We hardly ever get to bring to you, you know, gold chains like this. It is gold coloured that you've got over the top of your brass, so it's really strong, really sturdy. The shine is there. The price point isn't, because actually I would expect one of these chains. If I was at... Now, cast your mind to the last time you were in a supermarket and you saw a necklace chain like this. And a lot of the time when you buy in supermarkets, you will buy the costume jewellery and they will be copper or brass and then it'll have a gold colour over it like this. When's the last time you were in one of those shops and saw a necklace like this? One necklace under a tenner. Truly, £4.95 for 4 of these. You have got all 4 of these coming to you for £4.95. That price point for the amount you're getting is fantastic. This is the type of stash topper-upper that you're going to grab now and you're not going to have to, you know, worry about using them by a certain date. You can pick into them whenever you like. I am not afraid of just layering them all up like that, you know. Is that going a little bit OTT? I don't care. It's my design. I can if I want to, can't I? And this is the great thing about Jewellery Maker. You've got the 4 different chains in here. And one thing I will mention to you too is the drape on this is divine. And because the drape on it is so nice, it's going to be really, really, really comfortable. And that means that it's not kind of individual. The links aren't kind of clunky or anything else like that. Do you see how it almost pools like rivers of your metal? That means it's going to be comfortable. That means it's going to add shine to those parts of the bodies, you know, such as the collarbone that has that kind of movement to it. These are going to sit in there comfortably. It's not going to be jaggedy or getting in the way or anything. You have got something really special on here. Now, can I just make you aware, with multi-buyers in on this, as the vast majority of you are, I'm talking about people buying 2s, 3s, 5s, 7s of this, with the multi-buyer amount that we have right here, our quantity is getting low, low, low. For me, I've never seen these by themselves before, full stop, let alone in a bundle at that price point. But for a 24-inch design, even if you just make a tassel, or even, you know what, let's be really, really, really lazy. Let's just snip off, I mean, not necessarily this colour, it's up to you, whatever you want to use. Let's just snip off the end of a tassel on one of our strands and just pop one tassel, not even with a gemstone, just one tassel from a necklace like this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, done and dusted. The loop's already on there, you can literally just post it through, can't you? But yeah, these are basically free because you don't pay for these when you buy strands, even including a brand new strand like this. So you are making yourself a really on-trend, easy wear necklace design for way under £2, obviously. There's so many of you in multi-buyers, as I say, many of you getting your hands on a fair few of these ones. I am so going to have to leave that with you purely because there are the vast amount of people who are coming in and grabbing it. But just to remind you, all 4 of those for that price point, I would never expect. In my local high street store, my well-known supermarket, I honestly couldn't buy one necklace of the same quality for that price point, and I truly couldn't. That is really, really, really something special. And remember, when you're getting things like that, you may well want to keep them nice and safe and individual. Imagine doing a little gift box with these. So you do, but imagine doing, you know, I did those Swarovski earlier on. Maybe pop in a few head pins, chain in a few of these, a couple of head pins from your findings pack, and then maybe some Swarovski in here, and actually gifting that as a like little make your own jewellery gift box. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? I really like this collection as well because you can actually separate them. So they are all linked in there together, but if you slide them across, you can have them as individual boxes. This is not the only set you get. As you can see, that's 5. You also get the other 5 as well. So you do get the other 5 in here too. These ones, whether you're going to use them individually as little gift boxes or you want to use them all as stacks, maybe you want to do today is you want to multi-purchase on these so that you can use, say, you know, the full 10 for, I don't know, maybe you do, let's say, head pins, jump rings of 4mm, 5mm, 6mm, 7mm, and then your clasps of your bolt ring, your lobster, whatever. Say you fill this set in that way, in your gold, then you get another set for your silver, then you get another set for your rose gold. You have got the opportunity there that the drawers are going to work beautifully. They're going to be easy to see, and at £3.95, plot spoiler alert, at £3.95, that's for 10 of these. They are really multifunctional. As you can see, they stand perfectly by themselves. It's almost like a magic trick. I mean, not a good one, but one nonetheless. It's they stand perfectly by themselves, but because they have these little step downs, they essentially slot into one another as well. There you go. So that they become kind of a whole set, if you will. They're very easy to create, very easy to work with. Let me grab these out before I forget about them. And one thing I will say as well is the drawers are one-sided. So if you are struggling to open them, it's just because you're kind of sliding it at the wrong side. So just use the other side. The great thing that they don't just slide through is you're not going to be likely to lose anything. Okay, I've got some snow. Another storage box. This is a brilliant storage box. Have you? You've got this. You keep your findings in them. And do you keep it in a hole like this? You do. You do. You don't take them apart, no? You can do, but you don't have to. So these are your individual boxes. These are your 8 storage compartments, but you can... oh no, I'm using, which direction is it? It's downwards, isn't it? You have got the individual compartments here where you can take them apart. There you go. So you've got the individual sections. You can pop out every single one if you wanted to. It's dead easy. And then you could actually do half and half, couldn't you, for gifting? And then you literally just slide. There you go. One back into the other, and it's a full circle again for you. You can use different elements in here with your different cords. They have got a lip on top and a lip underneath. So if you get a couple of these, they stack without movement. You know, they stack one on top of each other and they won't go anywhere. Your full circlet storage ring. £2.95. Can I just let you know, if you love your storage, remember that in the first hour, I did loads of storage for you, like the bright wham boxes. So really, really fantastic there for you to be able to grab your hands on it. £2.95 for this. Really very useful indeed for your bead-long component packs. I've got so much coming up for you in the final half hour of our Under £10 day. But do remember, it is the final half hour of the day, because tomorrow is not Under £10 day theme, just to let everyone know. So grab the goodies whilst you can. Another storage selection now. These are your storage pots, stackable pots that you'll get in here, where each pot acts as a lid, and then you get a lid as well. So these are the ones. Use them for findings, cords, lip balms if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. So there is a lid on top of this one. None of the others had lids because they act as the base. The other ones act as the base for the lids, if that makes sense. They're sturdy, they are secure, they're completely clear, and you have got something very useful here. We use them every day in the studio, you're right. You're right. You have got here 6 sets of them. You can see everything you're doing. They're £2.95. These are brilliant too because they really do just, you know, like your Jewellery Maker bags that you get. These slide into your Jewellery Maker bags and you can actually stack, like, I think it was 5 or 6 of them together in that front pocket, that side pocket, and they fit in absolutely perfectly. So if you have got that any Jewellery Maker bag, you know the one I'm talking about, then this works perfectly. £2.95. Have we even done any amber today? I'm about to do amber for under £10. I thought it had been embargoed. We're going to try and play this. I'm feeling positive. It's letting us do it. Okay, under £10, yeah? Yeah, just checking. Just because sometimes, you know, they'll have things put in our schedule and we'll go and drop the price and it'll go, oh no, last time it was under £10, but that's because it was its launch price, you know, and as you know, we don't have to copy launch prices second time around. You have got here your Baltic Cognac Amber, which is framed in this teardrop of sterling silver beauty. You have got something ancient here that can date back, you know, between sort of 45 million and 100 million years old. You have here one of the premium locations of your amber. This Baltic amber has a history and a story, and if you are to go to this on a high street, you will notice a couple of things. First off, you will notice on this that actually not all high street stores will do it. Not all high street stores will do the genuine, real deal Baltic quality, you know. They might do, they do copal, for example, amber, which is, some people don't classify as a real amber at all because of its age, it's too young. But yeah, what we are dealing with here is something that you will not find in every high street store. What we're also finding is if you are lucky enough to find this Baltic gold, as it's sometimes referred to as, if you are looking at this in its individuality, individual pieces, you will be paying triple figures. Easily. Triple figures for individual pieces on a necklace. Easily. This is not an impulse gemstone usually. Under £10 day for you. It is not an everyday expected discount deal price point, but we're doing it today for our under £10. What we have got here for you is, in my mind, an embargo product, and because of that, we want to go out with a bang. Now, this is the type of thing that we do. When things get embargoed, it's sometimes because there's like special events coming up, so we want to make sure we've got enough for the special events, so we'll hold this back. Sometimes that will happen. Sometimes it's because, you know, we know of the quantity that we've maybe got and we can't get it in before, for example, Christmas. This is one that has been embargoed. Therefore, we shouldn't really have it anyway. We definitely shouldn't be doing a discount. Yet we are today for truly one of the most divine and simplistic and stylized and chic of all of our ambers. £6.95 for you. Okay, truly grab this one whilst you can. That is not a price point I can be guaranteeing you any other day. And this design is beautiful. I love it for how easy this is going to be to work. So for example, just pop a jump ring on this and pop it onto your chain, and can you see, because of the different you've got the different sort of ways in which the loops sit. So add a jump ring onto this, that goes onto your chain, it's going to sit nice and flat. And then here, if you add your head pin on there, you've got your gemstone that fits beautifully. It works really nicely. It sits beautifully, it sits perfectly. It's got that really lovely quality and look and glow to it. And the workability of this has really been thought about. You know, you can tell this has been created for us here at Jewellery Maker. You can tell this has been created to be a piece that has workability as well as wearability and beauty. You know, this isn't something which the apertures are in a specific manner. If they were both flat, like this one, if they were both flat on either side, I'd be saying, oh, it's a connector, it's a connector, it's a connector. But for me, on this, I'm looking at it and going, it could be a connector, but it could also be a perfect pair of earrings. It could also be a beautiful pendant. It could also be a charm that takes a bracelet into a ring adornment, making it a hand adornment. This could be, you know, that's what I'm loving about the apertures on this and the way in which this is kind of made up. It does make a difference, and you may not all recognize that when you're just starting out. It's one of those things that you'll learn over time. It does make a difference, and it's so unusual to see the different way in which these are portrayed. So it's going to add maybe more opportunities to your pieces. I am leaving that with you because I think we've just kind of figured out there just how naughty that price is. So I'm leaving the final view with you. Huge well done to you for getting that. I've got for you some snowflakes now. So if you were setting up your Christmas tree over the weekend, because obviously it was the first, wasn't it? If you have a real Christmas tree, can you set it up on the first, or is it just going to be like bare by the time Christmas comes round? You've got a real Christmas one. Oh, here, yeah, I walked past that today. It's not been decorated yet. In the meeting room, it's huge. No one's decorated it yet. Maybe we could. These would be quite cute on the tree, actually, wouldn't they? Could do them. Anyway, I'm bringing to you your snowflakes. These ones are your lovely individual snowflakes that have got individuality to them in a sense. They're very, do you want to build a snowman, if you know what I mean. So they'd be lovely for those kind of charm designs. Also, I think these are definitely a print that I've seen in more and more knitwear recently. Is that just me? But you know, you see like the big knitwear jumpers and your big knitwear scarves, almost like your Christmas jumpers, and you get this kind of stylized snowflake on them, don't you? Could just be me, but that's what I've noticed. I've actually got a scarf with these on them. You were getting 10 of these ones in total, and today, 10 pieces of them, 10 full ones, bear in mind it's solid silver that you've got over the top of them. Your deal today, under £10, $4.95. Yep, these ones themselves are working out a tiny, tiny price point per one. You're looking at what, 50p? It's about 50p. It's got to be, hasn't it? About 50 pence. That is all you are paying on these ones. It's not a huge amount at all. It's a great deal. It really is. It's truly a fantastic opportunity that you've got here. It's really something very, very special. I was looking around for inspiration on the tree if we had any other snowflakes, but we don't. We don't. I thought there'd be snowflakes on there. Okay. Dropped quite a few of them, but it's all right. I've saved some. Sorry, Tom. These are the right ones, aren't they? That colour, pastel amber. Oh no. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. I have got for you here you go. It's great because the picture is shows off beautifully. I have got for you here your beautiful tri-drilled Arcos beads. These ones are your parpucker, and that means they have 3 drill holes in them with that arc. Now the 3 drill holes, if you do your seed beads and you'll know this already, but the 3 drill holes offer you more. It means they can be a drop, they can be almost like a seed bead, almost like a bead cap, if you will. That is phenomenal. Just whilst I'm thinking, Tom, yeah. Posh Spice, Tom, yeah. You know that feldspar cross that B Diddy's going to tell you all about now that I said I would show and then forgot to show, that's on tomorrow? Is that still out and about? Oof. If it is, I'd love it. We have got for you here your pastel amber beads. They work fantastically. These are going to be able to be used as connectors. These are going to be able to be used, there you go, as your bead caps, as I've said. Let me show you like this. There you go. It's just using the top drill hole, but you can use me as you want. They are. Pop a little gemstone in between the middle because you can. £4.95. That's for a full 5 grams. full 5 grams of these ones. You've got that sort of vintage gold colour to them, which I think is really nice, quite unusual. It's not as maybe brusque as your gold, your kind of rich gold versions. These are going to be great using one on either side of maybe a 4mm drill hole gemstone. They work quite nice, wouldn't they? Okay, got something that's going to go great with them actually. If you want something a bit different, a bit quirky, these are going to go perfectly. Sorry, Maisie. Good job you're wearing glasses. Could have taken an eye out then. Sorry, Maisie, my love. Slippery, these. I've got... Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Maisie. There you are. I've got for you here a different variety. These ones are your check link beads that I've got here for you. So these ones are a little bit different, a bit more unusual in their shape. So you've got that lovely shape. They are your check fire beads that you get in here. And I love these ones because they're double-sided. So this side on the one I'm showing you, really old gold colour. On the other side, like a translucency, so it's almost like your back Swarovski. These are going to create a beautiful movement to your designs for using them for your seed beading, or if you're using them for your embroidery, your bead embroidery, these are going to work great as well. You've got one side that is slightly more genteel than one that kind of goes to more of a point. They look beautiful when sat alongside each other, but of course if you wanted to almost use them one into another and actually have them in the button style, then you can. You've got 100 of these. Use them either way to get a really different finish. And at £2.95, that is for guaranteed a 100 pack of these ones, approximately. It's a brilliant chance that you're getting to really explore something different. We don't always want to work with the exact same thing in the exact same shape and the exact same colour every time. And this one gives you that opportunity to work with something differently. And as I say, if you do work with them at the side, I'll just pop a few on a headpin. If you do work with them sideways, and you can alternate them and use them in different directions, but you get that moment where you actually see the split of colour. So I've put these, let's say, clarity side to gold clarity. Can you see that? So you get to see the way that that colour sort of translates and changes across them both, of the clarity side and the gold side. So it just plays a little bit differently, it moves a little bit differently, it adds something extra. Well done! Fireline I've got coming up for you now. Fireline by itself. We always need fireline, especially if you're going to be using seed beads like that, especially the trio cut ones, because if you're going to be using all 3 of the drill holes, obviously you're going to be using more of your thread up. This time I am bringing to you the black satin fireline. Super strong, super durable, super malleable though at the same time. This is a really usable micro-fused cord, which gives you so much strength that just an individual wire, if you get this, when you open it, you just pull that section off and it will bring off the cord for you. This small individual section of wire, of cord here, that moves a little bit like a slightly sturdy thread, doesn't look like much, does it? But this is actually so strong that even just an individual thread of that can hold up to 8 pounds in weight. It's micro-fused, it's super strong. It means that even huge pieces of jewellery like this will last and last and last. And today, for 50 full yards, £6.95 for something that holds so much. We have literally got 15-ish minutes left of our under £10 day today, so do make sure you're grabbing these goodies whilst you can, because it's well worth it. And as I say, tomorrow, I know sometimes when we do like discount days, they might go on, say, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mightn't they? But these ones aren't today. Today is your only day of under £10. Tomorrow, when I'm joined on the mid-show by the gorgeous Gemma Crow and those new labs, then sadly, it's not going to be under £10 day. It is more about the guest designers and their creativity tomorrow, so well worth tuning in for. I'm now bringing to you the Black Obsidian, which obviously, understandably, if you wanted to do a even and well thought out bracelet, it's going to be great with that fire line that I've just done because of the colour. This is your obsidian. More recent years you may well have heard this referred to as dragon glass. It is something that is mentioned on a well-known TV show quite often. This is it's almost like a natural glass. It's Mother Nature's formed this. It's not man-made like glass is, but it is. It's the finish and the heat at which this is formed in that almost makes it a natural glass. Much sturdier though, of course, and much more intense in its colour. It is entirely natural. Even the shape I like, because we've kept quite natural, and because of that you get this very esteemed gloss. And it's that glossiness which I think makes it look quite chic. I think it's that gloss which makes it look quite extraordinary, actually. This gemstone is one of very few that you will get in a natural black colour. There is a little bit of translucency to it, but it's very unusual for you to get a naturally black gemstone. If this were a, I don't know, black agate, it would be dyed. If this were a black spinel, it wouldn't be under £10. If this were a black jet, then that's not technically a gemstone, is it? It's an organic, so that's a bit different too. So it really is a bit of a standalone gemstone, this. In particular, when I bring it to you naturally, for £2.95. If this were the same sort of strand, but it were a natural black spinel, it wouldn't be that price. It wouldn't even be on this day, probably. Not for the sizes I've got here, the individual sizes. And it wouldn't have translucency, actually, as this one does, which is, you know, a point to make. Because as I hold this up to the light, and obviously you don't have to walk around holding it up to the light, where you are, there'll be much more of a 3D light around you. Here in the studio situation, just so you can see things properly, especially what I guess designers are making, for example. The lights are very much in front of me and very few are behind me. But yeah, when you hold this up to the light, when you see this in real life, that beautiful movement of light plays through it so wonderfully. And I think with the richness and the boldness of this, it can even stand up to the test of time of working with big bold gemstones such as this agate, which I launched for you this evening. Just as a very brief reminder, we're going to recap this one for you because so many of them have already gone, but people are kind of people who are coming in the last hour or so, they're just looking at the picture on the website, which is all well and good, but it's different to see it, isn't it? See what I mean? So this is the one that's currently on your screen. It is a whopping 14mm. Well done everyone on the obsidian, by the way. It is a whopping 14mm. Sorry, that just, I tried to drape it gently, but it got caught on one of the plastic boxes and sounded very noisy. You have got here 520 carats worth in this strand. As I mentioned before, honestly, the largest I have probably brought to you 5, 6 maximum strands, literally a handful of strands of this size throughout the entire year. So great to launch this evening. If you want big ham sort of head turning pieces, this was the one for you, and we did a head turning price on it as well, actually. Now that was a launch price offer only. The actual price we should have done on this was £9.95. I do have to reiterate, just in case you are just tuning in now, that our launch price we're doing on this now, I'm only guaranteeing you right here, right now, at £6.95. If you are watching and it is past 8 AM on Thursday, the, what's it tomorrow, 4th of December, then it will be £9.95. So I'm just guaranteeing this for you now because it is the launch price and it is just £6.95. I'll show you it with its siblings, so you get an idea of the actual sizing of these. There we go. 14mm, 12mm, 10mm, 6mm. I'm now getting rid of these ones and I'm just going to do the 10mm for you. No, 12mm. 12mm. So these are the step down. 12mm, still a bit of a head turner, but not too OTT. 370 carats worth of this intense, beautiful, deep, rich agate that we've got here. And this one is in your 12mm, so still perfectly sized for the likes of your neckline designs or pendants or whatever. And we've got here 12mm for you. And you've got a lovely size actually with these for the large size of a cufflink. So you know you're doing a cufflink, and if you wanted to do a cufflink, you would need a gemstone that was a stopper, that didn't go through the cufflink, that didn't go through the buttonhole, should I say, and then you need one that will go through the buttonhole. This side is the size, sorry, as the stopper, and this size as the one that goes through. What do you think? As this pair of cufflinks, genuine gemstone cufflinks, perfect. Because this side would go through the buttonhole, this one wouldn't. Yes. Well done, moving on. Smaller size down now, and I will show you them all together. Can I just remind you that is not the price it will stay at come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this one I'm going to do now. This one now. Such a Christmassy colour this, isn't it? 10mm now. I would say still on the upper echelons of size when it comes to our genuine gemstones. You know, I would say so. 8mm we would get to bring to you quite often. 6mm quite often. 4mm quite often. 10mm less is seen. These ones still more substantial than your average, but again perfect for maybe the size of your stretchy bracelets, which you can use with the elasticity that I used earlier on. But actually with the drill hole on these, which I will show you again, even sizable enough maybe to use on the diamond cut sterling silver wire that only launched yesterday. I had the final few on this evening. Look back on JewelleryMaker.com, I did a bundle of them for you. May well have sold out, but it's always worth a look. But yeah, I would say it would even go through there. This will not be $4.95 come 8 o'clock, but it is right here, right now. If you're watching and it's cowboy time, yeah, 10 to 10, then you have got the opportunity to grab this now at a very slight price of $4.95. It goes great with the other sizes, and we were saying earlier on, if you wanted to do like a graduated design, this would go great. And this is the next size I'm going to bring to you. There we go, I'll put them together just so you can see there is a big difference in size with these ones. If you do love the colour and you're feeling a little bit festive, I'm going to do this for you in a bit too. That is so festive. Even if you're not particularly a sort of traditional, you know, Christmas colour person, you know, my Christmas tree is like purple and white, it's not specifically the traditional colour. There is still something I think very captivating about the golden, the red and green together. There's loads in baskets on this one, and when I say loads, I'm talking sort of 50, 60 by the looks of things in baskets. You're hovering with them. As we said, this price point, I did a half price deal on this, just as a heads up. It's going under £3. Your deal today for 80 carats worth, it's £1.95. That is a half price deal. In fact, better than that when it was. You've got something really good here. You truly do. It's 80 full carats worth in this strand to get your hands on. So do react and make the most of it now, because as I say, this will go up, double in the price point very soon. It is a genuine gemstone. It is a beautiful agate. It is perfect for this time of year with those festive colours, especially if I show you it with the deal of the day red that I'm going to bring to you in a second. It works great. But remember, green is Mother Nature colour. There is very, very, very few, you know, blooms or flowers in the world that won't be on a green stem. So perfect. Absolutely perfect for it. And remember, what you've got here is something that will go perfectly for Christmas, but also wonderful for summertime and springtime. So it's an all year round quality. Well done on all of those. If you do want to add that festive flair, then you've really got to get your hands on this gemstone. I mentioned earlier on that garnet is the hot gemstone. This is a gem that we are loving already, but because it is so on trend right now and said to continue, we are expecting to see price escalations pretty soon, especially as it is a birthstone that's just around the corner. This is your deal of the day. I adore the openness of this. I adore how properly real deal rich red this is. And I know that sounds silly because a lot of you will think, well, yeah, Bex, it's garnet, so garnet is red. But as I'm sure you know, garnet can tend to be red, but there are different colours. You can get orangey garnets, you can get purpley garnets, you can get green coloured garnets, you can get different kind of hues. This for me is the more archetypal, that real true wine red. The fact that you have also got the light that bounces on the surface of these but actually very easily translates through is fantastic. It really is. It's beautiful because that quality just gives you so much hidden depth. It makes it rich, it makes it rambunctious. Now, we'll just let you know that the price point we have got on this today is a deal especially for today, with it being under £10 day. As this is a deal of the day, we can't actually show you sort of the before price and after price. We can only show you the after price. But let me let you know, with this being such a hot gemstone and of such positive qualities, with that richness of natural colour, with that beauty of the light shining through, with that dazzle and easiness of cut, today the price point of under £10 is very special anyway. And for this quality, £9.95 truly is. It's a one-off deal for you. As I said, I can't guarantee that we're going to bring it to you for that price point again, because, you know, it shouldn't really. For the qualities you've got here, for the beauty of this, you shouldn't be looking right now at £9.95. This has got all of that clarity and all that beauty, and it's in a coin shape, which we don't get to see often, do we? And when you're getting a coin shape, it's something that works beautifully almost as a round, but it has a little bit more of a difference to it. It has a little bit more intrigue to it. It has a bit more of a spring in its step, if you will. You know, it's a little bit unusual. Imagine doing something like this on, I've just got this rose gold chain beside me, but just to show you, because I did rose gold before, didn't I? Just to show you how beautiful, if you got a rose gold chain like this and just pop one of these from there, it would look divine. Really would. You don't have to go OTT with this. You really don't. You don't have to show off too much. And also, I know I mentioned it earlier on, the feldspar crosses I've got launching for you tomorrow afternoon. Those ones, and if we've got time, we'll show you recording. But yeah, these ones here, these are launching tomorrow afternoon. And the reason I wanted to mention those to you is because, you know, we're talking about something a bit unusual and a bit different. And I think the beauty and the shape of these genuine feldspar beauties are incredible. I will be launching those for you on Thursday the 4th. We haven't got a time exactly for them, but it will be between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock, just to hedge our bets. Tomorrow I've also got with me the gorgeous Gemma Crow on the mid-show, as it is a designer-led day. Gemma Crow is going to be joining me. You're going to adore her kits. I know it. You really, really are. I've also got for you some lab slabs that I think you'll enjoy as well. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been absolutely wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow live from 8 AM. Bye-bye, my love.
Come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final